A620, can you clear me at SNR?
Copy. $173.
Go ahead.
Actually had you at Fairview instead of Fairmont on accident. So the last contact we had at Fairmont was a parking complaint on the 16th of October where someone had stated 2 vehicles over the address there had been there for a while and possibly stolen.
Copy. Thank you for looking. 44, yeah.
I'll take your hit and run.
$22.20. $44.29 Tango on scene. Can you please add Minnesota Edward Zebra Union 622? Copy.
Do transport. $21.72.
I'll be taking 4 to 873 Gaultier Street in St. Paul.
Oh, well, welcome back to Live on Patrol. Pat's in grabbing us some nourishment. It is 28 degrees Fahrenheit. There's, I don't know, somewhere between 5 and 8 inches of snow on the ground, depending on where you're at in Twin Cities. It has been quite the afternoon. Started snowing today. Oh, around noon or 1. It's been snowing nonstop. Thankfully, it hasn't been that heavy, wet stuff. Not that this is a lot better, but anyhow, it's if you're from someplace south, and I know a lot of you sent us some notes about you're watching us in 80-degree weather. If you're gonna tell us that, then you have to invite us to stop by when we're down there. That's kind of the rule. Talk about how warm it is there. Then if we come into town down south, then we get to stop in. It has been interesting couple days here in the Twin Cities. Carjackings have now evolved into home invasions. Remember, we told you they were following people to their cars in their garages when they're bringing their groceries home, but now they're actually not only trying to steal the car, they're going into their house holding them at gunpoint. We've had several, and thankfully, really, we haven't had them on our side of the river. I gotta say, oh yeah, hot tamales. I told them I gotta get some hot tamales for this weather. Thank you, Pat. Thank you. So, thankfully, we haven't had. But we care about people. It doesn't matter whether Minneapolis, St. Louis Park, Edina. If you watch some of the national news, you're seeing the home invasion trend now happening in our town as well. So what are we going to do? We're going to get rid of this old Diet Dr. Pepper.
Ooh.
Okay. Hey, I found this for you too, by the way, another one. So just in case.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. So did you get yourself one?
I got myself one too.
So 27 degrees. I told them 5 to 8 inches of snow, depending on where you're at. It's supposed to keep snowing until 2 in the morning.
165 traffic.
Right?
Yep.
Good.
Yeah, you need prior.
Nothing. A couple hot tamales can't help you.
And then tornadoes in Indiana. South.
22-23.
Feeling bad for people all over the country. This weather is going to move through there. The tornadoes are going to be tonight. I guess it's already night, but I was telling them about the home invasions in Edina.
Oh, it's
St.
great.
Louis Park.
It's totally out of control.
Yeah, if you saw our post, Minneapolis has a problem. But as you can see, if you want to tap that focus area, but it looks pretty good.
We're looking pretty good.
If you're from a southern city, you can see we have our share of snow. I was out pretty much all pretty good.
Oops.
Evening and afternoon, but
Good. The northbound on 61 and County Road E with Minnesota license plate George Nora Frank 374. Okay.
so we're not sure how often to use the wipers for you, but
We'll do our best.
now for some of you that never see snow, this is probably unique, but for Pat and I, we just measure our age by how many winters we've been through.
We've been through a few.
5183. Recode accident property damage. Claim airport.
Probably,
Change it to a DK or DW.
we probably should have some Christmas music playing while we're driving.
Yeah, and they boot us off.
Yeah.
3833 at 124. I just going to 1021 West Larpenter, 211 on difficulty breathing. 84 hobby.
So we're in Maplewood, headed to the east side. Assuming everything's working right.
Yep, we're looking good.
37, I cancel 381.
We are going to talk a little bit about Christmas because we need help with our toy drive. So here's what we're thinking of doing. We're going to have a toy drive drop off next Friday afternoon, early evening.
Okay.
Pat and I are going to be there. Does that work for you next Friday?
Yes, it does. I'll make it work.
Pat and I, Jelly Joe, Rev Spence, the whole crew is going to be at the sheriff's office. And we want you to bring some toys for kids, not wrapped, because it's hard to figure out who to give those toys to when they're wrapped. So we're going to do a toy drive. We have an ongoing toy drive.
I like that idea, by the way. Yeah.
We have an ongoing toy drive, but we want to do a little open house toy drive where you come on down and you can come on up to my office and say hi. You're going to have to wear a mask. The county has strict social distancing rules.
Okay.
Well, I don't know if it's social distancing so much as just mask rules. But except when you're eating. So or drinking. But we want you to come down Friday, bring a toy or two for kids next Friday, a week from today, and say hi to us. We'll wish you some Merry Christmas. Pat and I are gonna go out and get a Christmas tree there, and we're gonna put all the toys around a tree.
Perfect.
And we might do this on Saturday morning too, because some people can't make it on a Friday, for a couple hours. But this is an emergency call for kids' toys for Christmas.
Need some toys,
Need
folks.
some toys. As a matter of fact, we're going to call Rev Spence here in a minute. And Rev Spence, he's in charge of helping collect these toys.
Oh, nice.
And we also, our department also does the shop with a cop, and Target has been awesome at helping, you know,
Oh,
shop
for
with a cop
for years.
for years. But we need to do a little better job at just getting toys in the hands. Make sure everybody gets something for Christmas. So and we figure we get a chance to say hi. We're not going to obviously have a lot of time to chat, but we want you to stop up, have a Twinkie.
Very cool.
Have a Twinkie. We'll go out and buy some Twinkies.
You know, I gotta mention something with you having brought up toys.
Yeah.
Good friend of mine, Creasy, who is my dear friend Jackie's son.
Yeah.
I gave him his first police belt as a gift.
Don't tell me he's a
couple of
policeman
years
now.
back. No, he's
Okay.
still way too young to be a policeman.
Okay, that would be
But
cool.
but Creasy and Trenton are watching us right as we speak.
That's cool.
Unfortunately, Gavin couldn't be there with him, but we want to give a shout out to Trenton, Creasy, and Gavin today.
537.
There you go.
And I also want to give a shout out to
Pulled back and
a
said
good
that,
Facebook friend who I have not had the pleasure to meet yet. We have many friends in common, but Brent Suter is a devoted backseater. And I just want to say hi, Brent, and I can't wait till we get a chance to meet. Our mutual friends will make that happen.
Thank you. 2230.
You know, I took a really long nap today, and I have not been listening to the radio much tonight. Has it been pretty quiet?
Well, I haven't been. I had a couple. The reason I couldn't do this afternoon, a couple other obligations I had to attend to that didn't allow me to be listening to the radio today. But
I'm gonna get hooked up here so I can check the
oh yeah, yeah, that's right. The CAD man is here. Who can make the sun shine? The CAD man can.
Larry, shout out to you too. Thanks for being a watcher, Larry Soma.
Happy have a good night as well. 2230.
We did have a little excitement. You know, I worked a couple nights this week, or the afternoon. Well, you were out there too.
Yeah.
So we had some luck catching some auto thieves.
Yes, we did.
Hit and run, 4th and Earl. Suspect vehicle, westbound Fremont. Stuck in the snow, it looks like, at Earl and 3rd possibly. Black or gray, Chevy Malibu.
Well,
325. 325. 463 Mariah in the area of listening. House for 911. Hang up, nothing heard.
it's a good thing this snow came on a weekend. If people had to get up tomorrow for work.
Oh, yeah, really. It often works out that way. That's
173.
Mother Nature takes care of us.
By the way, if the camera looks cloudy, it's because we have blowing and drifting snow.
Just confirming the numbers, was it 924?
Well, that's it. It's blowing and drifting snow.
Yeah.
$21.72 arrived.
So I spotted the stolen white Tiguan the other night. You know that, right? And I don't know if you knew that a couple nights ago. And actually, I think it was stolen out of Maplewood. Yeah, up by the Cub there.
Okay.
Because we've chased a few Tiguans.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I like to look for cars that I know what they look like.
Right. I get that.
So I spotted him, and
It's
guess
gonna
where?
be,
575 Nebraska.
just
No
south of 82,
way.
Yeah.
County, Henry, Adam, Tom, 776. It's actually partially in this pond here. There's water inside the car. It's unoccupied. We started deputy.
Where's that at? I got the Maplewood call. Anyhow, lost it right here on Earl's crossing Maryland.
Yeah.
Was found the next day here on Rose, dumped.
Oh, really?
Yeah. You know, but my theory is they knew the Durango was on them, so they dumped it. How's that? We'll go with that one, right? Because I know they're listening.
Oh, yeah. We're looking for you guys.
Yeah. But what's been going on out there in St. Louis Park, South Minneapolis, Edina, carjackings, home invasions.
If you haven't seen it yet, check out the post that Bob made on the one on these carjackings, and the one woman in particular who these punks put her in a headlock.
Yep.
Outside her garage,
Gun to her head.
drug her into the house, gun to her head, in front of her children.
Yep.
Point there 9174 is at Centerville.
And the other lady said, how do I recover? Mentally.
I can't imagine.
You get a little feel for the amount of snow here. Now that we're not on a street that's been plowed. I do want to say the state of Minnesota did a nice job getting the main arterials done.
Yeah, they did.
The freeways and I was on a number of them today, and I was impressed how fast they got out there.
316. 1388 East Maryland motor vehicle theft at McDonald's.
Oh, we were just there.
Comp's vehicle was stalled. Male offered to assist her and took off with her vehicle. Male left his vehicle behind him, his cell phone. Occurred 20 minutes ago. Comp's vehicle was a 2008 blue Mazda 3. Unknown plates. Last seen westbound on Maryland.
So you heard that, folks? You go ahead and explain it again, Pat. This is the world we live in now.
Yeah. So, woman's vehicle was stalled out. Guy comes up, offers to give her a hand. Oh, that sounds nice, doesn't it? Well, he left the vehicle he was in behind and took off in hers. But it sounds like he left his cell phone behind too.
Or hopefully
a cell phone. Hopefully it's
stolen one.
Hopefully it is his cell phone, and hopefully he took some selfies of himself on it.
Well, and here's my biggest fear: when he realizes he doesn't have his phone, he's gonna go back. So maybe we should get there.
Yep.
Because if he's between the age of 15 and 30, he can't live without a phone.
Right. Well, the car he left behind comes back to the 100 block of front. Not reported stolen. And the suspect matches the description of the owner of the car that got left behind.
Well, what's the description? It's a Mazda?
Mazda 3, blue in color. Mazda 3 is
Blue Mazda.
a little small one.
Do you know what that is? Yeah.
Sorta. There's a couple different versions of it.
5182.
All right. Well, we're heading back to the scene of the crime.
2 suspects can be Hispanic male, spiky hair, black sweatshirt, not aggressive, no weapons. Copy.
No plate yet on the Mazda 3.
Okay.
We're brave. 800 foot brave. Fletcher 39.
Air on that windshield, make sure it doesn't get too foggy. Oh. We'll see how this goes tonight. You never know what's going to happen. But if it stays too quiet... There, I said the Q word.
Yes, you did.
528, how close is it?
Oh, Trenton Miller in Elkhart, Indiana thinks they have a tornado headed their way. And he says hi.
Hello, Trent.
Got it.
So you know I'm kind of a tech guy.
Yep.
Hey, by the way, the unicycle I was talking about, someone posted a correct picture, but no, it's not the one wheel skateboard. It's actually a riding wheel you ride on.
Okay.
And so
Clear.
You guys gotta check those out. But my latest tech find, I saw it yesterday. Flying car.
A flying car.
It's for real. This is real. They've made a prototype now. It's essentially a large drone, a four-quad drone.
Okay.
But it carries you.
Huh.
And it can fly. It's only $100,000.
Huh. What a bargain. Get a mortgage on a car.
Marty, where we're going, we won't need roads.
She is waiting in a car.
Well, this guy came back with her car, probably. I
373 skill.
don't know. Let's just see what's going on here. Which car is she waiting in?
I get that description. That might be it right there.
Which one? How's it going?
This one right here.
What happened here?
Hi, are you the lady who got her car stolen? Okay,
Yeah.
do you know the plate for it yet?
What's stuck?
Do you know the plate for it? Yeah.
I think you'll be okay.
He took it to my house.
Oh, just back up right there. You can walk.
So I
Just
thought
walk
he
from the door.
stole
Just back
it.
up right there.
Oh,
My dad found the car, and then he found the guy, like by my house.
What's the
But
address?
I thought it was stolen, because when somebody offers you help and they don't come back. But all my stuff are in there. My dad.
okay. Did you know he was leaving in the car when he left?
Well, he offered. I was over there and I got stuck,
I gotta
and it
pull
was
forward
just
just a little
me and
bit.
this. He was driving by there.
Yep.
And then he left, and then he came back and offered help, and he was nice about it. And I was stuck, so I was like, okay, I don't live that far, that's fine. And then he told me to get in the vehicle with him, and I was like, no, safety precautions.
Hey,
And
ladies, I hate to do this to you, but this poor guy at Uber, I'm gonna pull up next to your car, okay? I'm gonna turn around here. The DoorDash guy is trying to figure out how to get in and out and go get his DoorDash order. This is enough. Hey, we might end up pushing a car out tonight.
Yeah,
Huh?
maybe. If I can brace my feet on something.
We'll just tell him if he's stuck, we'll push him.
So it sounds like she.
Hang on 1 second. Hey, if you get stuck, we'll push you out. You can. Huh? I'd leave it right where it is now. Just go get your stuff. You're good. Yeah.
4423 Tango.
What I'm getting from this is that she allowed him
Yeah.
to drive off in the car.
Yeah, but how's he getting back to get to his car?
Caller, say they were going to be
Her dad, apparently.
Is your dad bringing him back here?
Huh?
Yeah, so everything is okay.
Okay.
Is your dad bringing him back here? Is this his car here? Where's his car?
No, the car is at home now.
My car.
No, where is his though?
I took him.
Well, where is it? This one right here. So do you have the keys to this one?
He left his keys and his phones and everything in there.
All right.
So I just took took it because I wasn't sure if because he wasn't coming back quick enough. So I was like, okay, fine. But he got stuck over here by the Walgreens, and then he kept driving forward. And then he tried doing a U-turn, but he got stuck again. And then he did another turn, and then I lost sight of it.
It sounds like everything's working out good. Here's my question. You have your car back, right?
Yes, my dad has it.
And how is he getting his car back?
We're going to go to.
You're driving to him?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm driving. No
You-
worries. She's got my license and everything.
All right.
Okay.
Very good.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank
sir.
you. Thank you.
Sorry.
Let's let this other guy get out of here first.
Oh, okay, thank you.
I'm going to unfound this, okay?
Yeah.
2755.
27.
Oh, sorry, wrong channel. $27.55.
2765.
And 2400 are at the motor vehicle theft at McDonald's on Maryland, and that is going to be an unfounded. You can clear it out and clear us out.
Copy that. 316, copy that.
Copy, no BWC.
Beautiful day in the neighborhood.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
329. The brothers had pushed the door open to get into the apartment.
I gotta say right now, that's been, 40 some years.
Okay.
I've never handled a call like that in that particular situation.
That scenario? That was different.
Holy mackerel. Took the car, drove it home.
Well, I'm glad it worked out.
Oh, well.
Squad to the property manager there.
Well,
this weather is going to play a little bit of heck on the video stream, because what happens is when the windshield gets wet, the camera ends up focusing on
that's not me.
the windshield.
We got an ambulance coming by. We can navigate that.
Somebody just said it's going to be 50 on Wednesday. Can that possibly be right?
Well, they're probably in Tallahassee.
It is going to be 52 on Wednesday here. That's crazy.
That's really crazy.
329. Brother came with another male who also had a gun. Black male.
Where's that at?
Late 55 years old. All black clothing. 38.
Copy, just to clarify, is everyone GOA or are they there right now?
I will check.
Clear advice. Can you show us in this PT?
Find it?
Maybe 892 East 4th. It just went away. There it is. Okay. 892 East 4th.
165, I copy out to the DLC 361 Pleasant.
What do we got there?
Hang on here. Okay. Brother pulled a gun on the caller, then left the home. Drives a gold Cadillac Escalade, unknown plates. Then
somebody else showed
Squad
up.
1 full.
brother had pushed the door open.
You know, that was tempting to drive through that snow.
I'll bet it was.
And also
Brother had pushed the door open to get into the apartment. The caller does not want to tell the police her brother's name. Says she will be shot if she tells.
We're looking for an Escalade?
Yep, gold Escalade. He came with another male who also had a gun.
Charles X-ray Sam 166.
Everyone has supposedly left the scene. All the suspects have supposedly left the scene.
I assume Trey is going to at least try and get somebody to head that way at this point, correct?
That's my understanding. I can call and verify.
I better put. We better
152 or
get the three main channels on, huh? So I'll put this one on one.
Unknown race male 722 of 94 5917. Repeating Simon Deontay. Unknown race male 722 of 94 57 5917.
So what do we got here?
Not an Escalade.
You know, I was at a call over here right down right down there on 7th and Forest. There's a car in the alley that was suspicious. People called. I spotted the car coming out of the alley, and then I just followed it until St. Paul took over and stopped it. But the call was going fine. They were talking to the people in the car. Everything was going fine. And then, you know, the officer just wanted to pat the driver down for his safety. And things just went down. The driver just got goofy.
855
Squad 185.
Call that a clue.
Construct his phone at a restaurant last night. He tried to see this location.
Come here in Norfolk to assist medics.
39, they have it.
Came as a male knocking on an address. It appears to be under the influence, yelling for help. Possible cold exposure.
And someone can call one officer.
Wi-Fi receiver.
But anyhow, yeah, it went just suddenly the driver snapped and it went downhill.
126.
Okay.
It just, I guess, several lessons that
Copy 185 is clear.
Thank you, 126.
the cops are at a disadvantage because they're always going to be giving the person the benefit of the doubt until they go off, and sometimes they can't. It ends up being a wrestling match, you know?
Right.
Information for exposure in the 72-hour pick.
The wrestling matches,
Squad 184 for misdemeanor domestic assault.
you know, aren't good. They don't always come out the way you want them. But
1994.
But the second piece is the meth that's back, causing people's attitudes.
Right.
I tell you what, we're seeing a ton of meth. Even that suspect that was convicted and sentenced for Dallas Ediburn's car crash injuries. I went to the sentencing and I listened to him blame it on meth. You know, the meth did it to me. The meth this. Dela Cruz was his name.
Yep.
Here's the thing, meth users. It's not an excuse for committing crime. All right?
Nope.
No one's gonna punish you for being an addict, but if you aren't smart enough to get treatment to try to stop your addiction and you commit a crime, You need to be held accountable.
3900 Bethel Drive.
115, I copy her out to the alarm. 1515 University, Tinkerville, 2254.
I just think there's just the best, and Judge Stevenson said the best place for you to get treatment is in prison.
Yeah.
And sometimes that's the case. In
Very
fact,
true.
most times. 10 previous felonies.
Sir, downtown.
The guy
10 previous felonies.
been a career felon since he turned 18.
Before the 5.
Has a broken hand. Unknown where the suspect is.
30 in their 30s, you know, by the time you're 30, you got to figure life out. It's just
270. This will be advising funeral. WWC.
Copy.
I don't know, but our
113.
deputy, we're gonna stand by him, we're gonna help him. But he himself said, my life will never be the same. And watching him and his pregnant wife in court there, you know, they had just got married. They're looking at their whole life ahead of them. They had a honeymoon planned. And
692.
That's horrible.
yep.
I'm in correction, I'm sorry. There's a vehicle in the north parking lot of 865 Vandalia Street. This is going to be a possible death from motor vehicle. I see someone under the vehicle.
It's on 2?
Possibly cutting off the cat.
That's 2. Are you on scan?
Yeah, but he should be on 2 either way. I mean, he should be on 3 there. Yeah, I'm on scan.
Vandalia, is there a west weather concern that way?
Let's be
Oh, yeah,
On 6 level 3.
I don't know.
Copy.
Anyhow, this Dallas, one of our deputies, is one of the nicest, hardest working deputies that we have.
I had just met him before that happened.
And, you know, I didn't hire him, you know, but I've been impressed with him every time I've talked to him.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, I just
Bravo 842.
it troubles me that someone gets 3 years, really only 2 after good time.
Right.
Well, you've changed somebody else's life for 50 years.
Mm-hmm.
So that's not really justice.
Doesn't feel like it to me.
No, especially when it's like your 15th felony,
Mm-hmm.
10 previous convictions and 5 new ones.
Copy 2236.
113, we're code 4 for minute.
So I know we don't really want to have a lot of people in prison, but there's some people that need to be there for their own sake and for the sake of future victims.
Subject vehicle is going to be a darker color Chevy sedan. Subject is under a tan SUV. I can't make the gender.
So I 1 and 2 merged.
Under the car.
Yeah, it sounds like it.
Okay. Just gonna put this on 3.
Copy. Subject vehicle is a dark color Chevy sedan. Suspect is currently under a tan SUV. It's going to be in the north parking lot. Unknown gender or race. 165, did you copy?
Well, looks like we might end up pushing again, Pat.
2257.
Although this one should be able to get out. Just go left instead of right. How about that? Oh, don't do that.
165 days.
So this isn't a matter of getting the car out. This is a matter of being smart. Does the person in the truck know how to drive in snow?
I'm at a distance.
We're not really even from here. We're from Detroit, so this is a lot of snow for us.
But you got to keep your wheels straight when you're driving.
Does that have 4-wheel drive?
Yeah.
Well, the front 4 aren't working too good.
Right.
I think he's got to switch it to 4-wheel drive.
Try! Put it in 4-wheel drive!
Well, that don't sound so good.
4-wheel drive?
4-wheel drive for sure.
100.
That'll use your front tires.
Okay.
Can you call Capital 22 when you have a chance?
Oh my goodness. You know, if you slide any further, he's going to hit the other car. Oh, big time. Yeah.
Always 4-wheel drive in the snow.
4-wheel drive in the winter all the time, man.
7-0. Code 4 here. 30-year-old male, conscious breathing, complaining of hand pain.
Copy 2269.
Nice and slow forward. Nice and slow forward. Nice forward. Forward. No, don't turn that wheel like that. Just put a brake right that truck. You turn the wheel, you brake. Go ahead. Go back. Back just a hair. Just a hair. You gotta keep the wheel straight so you get out of this rut. Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. Wait.
110. I can take a bending.
All right there. Whoa, stop. Right? Whoa. All right, keep the wheel straight. To the right. One more to the right. No, right.
110, 1620 Ford Parkway, apartment 8. Would be for a missing person. It's a language barrier. At 2300.
Goodness. You're kidding me.
Try it again. All right, forward. Go.
428.
Five to 692. We're coming into the area. Where's the guy at?
Can you see my high beam all the way over here?
Yep, we see you. We're just wondering where the guy is.
Keep coming towards my direction. He's going to be to your left after 865 Vandalia.
Copy, he's in the parking lot.
Affirm.
Go for 228. Put a downtown or central squad to assist. 10 Exchange Street at the high rise. Unit 1411 and an in-progress domestic. Mother is refusing to leave and just me. Brother, it'll be a Martell Riley, black male, 32 years old. Cops advising that he probably has a gun but has not seen it. You hear him saying you're going to be dead. Copy. 2302.
I will go with Bravo Sierra Charlie 147.
Copy.
See, when you spin the tires real fast, you get water will stir some ice almost instantly.
165, can you run Bravo Sierra Charlie 147?
Copy.
Well, I don't know if we're going to have success here or not. This one's really in there, man. Really?
165, could you also add Foxtrot Lima November 896?
Oh, look what you did! What'd you do?
All squads off safety cops information out of Maplewood.
Hey, Pat, don't hit that car.
Second degree assault for ramming a police squad and fleeing a motor vehicle. Plate's going to be Foxtrot Sierra X-ray 633. Foxtrot Sierra X-ray 633.
Oh, I guess Pat's going to drive and I got to push.
4 green Volvo XC7.
The reason I'm not putting the camera on there, this might make Comedy Central.
Black male, 6'3", 170, brown and brown. Repeating Scott Willie, 813 of 88, black male, 6'3", 170, brown and brown. Last seen wearing a green winter jacket, teal green winter jacket, which is vehicles possibly stolen, unable to verify. VIN, back window of the vehicle is duct taped. All squads 2304.
Update is that the male is aware. Police have been called. Caller believes that he will fight or flee, and he's currently going downstairs in the elevator. 904. Information for squad 1 officer safety counselor out of Maplewood. 113 copy. It's going to be for second degree assault for ramming a police squad car, fleeing in a motor vehicle. Subject is Willie Collister Scott, 1988, 813, black male. Driving Minnesota plate, Foxtrot Sierra X-ray 633, going back to a 2004 green Volvo. 2305.
Squad 320.
320.
1331 Bush, marked assault. 2 to 3 people in Tom South. Says he doesn't know. Says one of them has a gun. Says that someone is pointing a gun at him now. Unknown how they got in the house. Tom doesn't want to give his name. Tom says he is in his bed and the male is standing in front of the bed. Unknown race male, 30, 6'5", unknown clothing, Ben.
Copy.
2306.
I copy the call. Can you start one more spot, please?
Copy 316.
316.
You can start that as well.
Copy.
Is suspect still on scene there? Base hand?
Standing in front of the bed. Now he's saying he's the only one in the room. Tom's talking to someone but not hearing anyone in the background, possibly PSC. That one person is in the room with him and at least 2 people in the hallway.
Copy. Any history with the phone number?
All right. Well, we got. No. Why? Your sister's here. We got more pushers now. All right. One thing to get a car stuck. It's another thing to get it stuck
Just a medical from back in.
at a 90-degree angle.
Copy. Thank you.
So, all right. Laugh your asses off. It's okay.
And 320 in squad for Bush. Caller says these are the same people that were in his house last night without permission. Says they just left yesterday.
Squad copy.
159 copy on to the DOC. 455 Snelling, 2308.
379-383-301 to copy. 83.
379.
East Idaho, marked shots fired. 6 shots fired. Comp mentioned a van or SUV covered in snow, then line disconnected. Comp saw van after shots fired. Light color van, eastbound Iowa towards White Bear from Germain. Has the van on video if you need it. We also have another shots fired call at 1604 East Idaho. Up, standby. Second call at Germain and Arlington, rather. 3 shots fired from the area of the intersection, nothing else seen or heard. Three copy.
Seven, I copy.
2210.
115. You see the crawler come down less and we're unable to reach her on our cell phones.
Copy. Copy. 2310.
112.
112.
And 320 and squads for Bush. Comp is now saying the mill put the gun away. It's a small black handgun.
Copy. Squad 120, I copy. You're now to the alarm. 1500 Energy Park at District Energy. 113, can you assist?
In row.
2311.
27044, what's the case?
Case number is 253676. 253676.
Copy, thanks.
You're welcome, 2311.
Okay, 25 minutes in.
320 on scene. 320 and squads. Her previous welfare check was done on comp. Ex-wife reports him being an alcoholic. Tom said he has been drinking tonight.
Copy 2312.
Sir, thank you. Sir.
Can you check that Germain and our shots fired?
Thank you.
Anna. 320, can you have the constable?
Copy 320.
Here, I got something for you.
Oh, thank you so much.
Thank you.
You're
welcome. You're welcome.
You have a good night. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Thank you so much. God bless you.
Response and
Thank you.
automated message folder.
Copy, thank you.
383, you can grab 2325 shots fired to the mine. Copy 325.
Y'all be careful out here. Call
Thank
me
you.
if you need me. I got y'all.
Thank you. Thank you.
Right here.
Squad 264, callers on their way out now to meet you.
Well done. Well done. Let's get out of here before something else happens. Whoa, it's really slippery here. Really, really slippery.
Oh,
I'll probably get
smokes.
stuck myself. This is that was some ice. Whew. Okay. I'm glad I got my boots on. You know I never wear gloves, of course. I just don't like gloves.
I should have given you mine.
I don't know. I don't like gloves.
Oh, they wouldn't have fit.
What do we miss? What do we miss, backseaters?
Apparently a man with a gun called, but hey, can't be everywhere. Can't do everything.
They're nice people.
Yeah, very nice people.
Well, for those of you that don't live in snow, that is some slippery snow out there.
Yeah, it really is.
That small little grade there made that big SUV.
They also got a fire alarm covering the main fire.
Somebody pulled a pat. 2 people pulled a pat.
Oh, they went down?
Yeah.
It's already 7 minutes old, but there was shots fired on East Idaho.
Action, Alex? Where the heck were you?
West, we're having a team meeting. Maryland is treacherous. That was the worst idea I've had in a while.
It's terrible out here.
That was good work.
Teamwork.
The Dart, he'd got an engine up his tailpipe, so his engine light was on. It was on the verge of stalling all the time. And then it was in all-wheel drive instead of four-wheel drive.
But the transmission link that didn't change properly.
The best invention ever. I can't find one of my gear bags.
Yeah.
Just remember, do not ever wear them when you walk into a bar from outside. Or
1 and 1. I wear one on my right boot, and then I keep the left boot put out. And that was the trick we came up with.
Ah, smart.
Otherwise, I've watched one of my FPOs go sliding across the linoleum floor.
Oh, yeah.
We got a tow truck behind us.
Sure, I'm sorry.
Not a tow truck, but a plow.
Let that plow through.
Copy that, 2317.
Well, thanks for joining us tonight.
I copy your note to 2030 Nokomis.
It took all 5 of us to push that thing.
For a white male wearing a gray hat, gray jacket,
Yeah.
knocking on
And the skillful
doors,
driving of Patrick J.
as well as the callers' windows, but they don't want to be seeing last year. Nokomis and Ruth at 2317.
He's got some exceptional pushing experience too. Well, we're gonna go downtown, see what downtown looks like in the snow.
It's going to be really pretty out tomorrow. When all the snow's done. And
This is a slippery snow.
yeah,
A lot
it
of
is.
wind out here too, like there's a gust right there.
Mm-hmm.
There's something with our camera.
What do you mean?
325.
In what respect?
A little fog on it or something.
Well, that's the
I don't
windshield.
know.
1619 Maryland
Doesn't that look
on a
like fog up there?
PAC for the caller's sibling wearing only underwear and
No,
made violence
that
towards the
looks to
caller.
me
They're
exactly the same way it
requesting
looks through the windshield.
medics.
Okay.
We'll try to get more info from the TC once they're done talking to medics, as well as an apartment number.
Yeah, with rain and snow, it's just kind of one of those is what it
And
is.
325 per previous. It's likely going to be unit 127.
I finally did turn the camera toward the car because, as embarrassing as it was, I had to move the car anyhow.
2319.
You can can see, people are not in a hurry to drive.
That's good.
They said it was getting about 1 inch an hour for a while. I think it's probably down to half an inch, but an hour. But
I think more of this is just blowing rather than coming down.
well, that's an optimistic way to look at it.
Just a glass half full kind of guy.
Well, if you haven't shared this, I think a number of you have, but if you haven't shared Minnesota winter with your friends throughout the country and the world, that would be a good time.
325.
We're heading into downtown St. Paul.
Brother's currently in the parking lot screaming.
Sister city of Minneapolis,
Possibly used meth.
here in
And I
Minnesota.
put a possible long number for them in the call.
We are the capital city, however.
Thank you.
Now, being that it's holidays and we're kind-hearted people, I'm sure we're not going to get any shouts out the window this time. I'm positive.
329, case number 4th Street is 253664. 253664.
Very good,
All right.
very good, very
They're
good.
just enjoying the lie.
You're welcome at 2320.
Anyhow, if you haven't joined us before, and most of you probably have, my name is Bob Fletcher. I have the pleasure of serving as the sheriff here in Ramsey County. It's a county of about 550,000 people, and the largest city in Ramsey County is the city of St. Paul, which is the capital city. And with me is Pat Scott. Both of us worked for many years for the St. Paul Police Department. And now we're at the sheriff's office.
Yes, we are.
In our part-time, we push cars. There's a lot of them out there.
Hello.
Hello. I was driving down 96 today before I got you. Guy lost total control. It's a 4-lane road, you know.
Right.
Ended up on the left shoulder, but was facing out so he could drive himself out. But thankfully, no cars were coming.
Oh my goodness.
Like right now, we're sliding. You can hear those anti-lock brakes attempt to bring us to a stop.
I am just the biggest advocate for anti-lock brakes. I think they're one of the greatest things cars have got.
I am now. I wasn't when they first came out.
Neither was I. They scared me.
Well, they didn't work that
Still
well.
haven't verified the brother's name. Could be a Jocelyn.
It's still
maps.
a scientific fact
But he's gonna be
that
a
technically you could stop faster without them, but you can't control the direction.
Yelling in the
Right.
background on the call. 2322.
But when they first created them,
Just something about a stolen Volvo. 1 second here. Oh, no plate. Great.
Report at 2322.
let's see if we can catch them.
Oh, no, not it.
Not it.
We're looking for a green sedan.
100.
I put this on 2 if you want to throw yours
Not
on 3.
stolen.
I'm not sure. Did he just want to the right lane? Or is that I wasn't paying attention?
No, I was looking down at my radio.
Over there in the system, please.
228, case number of 253680. 253680.
Can you repeat?
And last East Afternoon squad that just cleared report. Can you repeat your squad number, please?
That's some ugly driving out there, Pat.
Yes, it is.
And 113, I copy. 2323.
I believe we're going to be able to subject on the west side of the apartment building.
Copy out with subject on the west side of the building at 2324.
Whoops. Did you know the #1 requested song on all social media platforms is "All I Want for Christmas Is You"?
Really?
Mariah Carey, I think it is.
Oh, it's a great song.
Copy. Area check
Number
for
one.
DKP 1690 St. Clair.
Number one.
2 females walking eastbound appear intoxicated.
It doesn't mean we're going to sing it, folks, but
Hey.
I'll go ahead.
325, an extra cleared in.
Whoa.
Adult female, suffering from some mental health crisis.
Copy. That's 2324.
You think those people in that business, they were so excited to finally get up, they've had a hard time getting employees.
Right.
And you think they were so excited to finally get some employees, they just put a sign up that said "At last, staffing"?
That would make sense.
The T doesn't work though. That don't look good.
And he just was coming the other way.
You should never drive a low-profile car in the snow. They say that once it hits 8 inches, many cars won't be able to handle the snow. Now, when it's plowed, you're fine, but then you hit a spot that isn't plowed.
Mm-hmm.
It takes just enough weight off your tires to make it impossible.
I will never, ever again not have four-wheel drive or all-wheel drive, ever.
Yeah, well, me neither. But we've all lived, let's just face it, we grew up with rear-wheel drive cars, right?
Mm-hmm.
I had a 64 Chevy Impala. Well, but that was 10 years old when I was driving it. That's the bad part, too.
I had rear-wheel drive cars till the 80s.
Yeah.
The worst car I ever had for the snow was a Volkswagen GTI.
Don't mail
Sporty little Volkswagen.
Don't mail to 2350 store.
Those are bad.
Copy at 2326.
The snow, they get no traction. It's just... All right, people. You are downtown. Hey, by the way, if you've seen any movies that feature Mickey's Diner from around the world, there's Mickey's Diner right there in the corner.
And it's been in a few.
It's been in a few movies, and it isn't reopened yet, partially because of COVID, but partially because the owners are raising some money to fix it up properly.
113 to 120. It looks like a counselor has a weapons history.
There's Mickey's Diner.
Saw that, thank you.
And we're going to run you by Rice Park on the way, and the beautiful blue Christmas tree that's there. If you ever wanted to come up to the cities for a little trip to see Pat and Bob, or just to see the city, or St. Paul. Jesus, I'm gonna not pull in front of this guy. I'll get stuck too. The St. Paul Winter Carnival would be oh no. You see, you just never know how much traction you're actually gonna have, and you know how much traction he has. Not much. So.
318, case number Earl and Forest is 253659 or 253659.
So, we are in downtown St. Paul.
You're welcome. 2328. Happy 2328.
We're going to sneak over here to Rice Park.
114.
And again, congratulations to the downtown council for putting the lights around the trees
Well done.
instead of drooping them. So much better. So much better.
More work, but it does look so much better.
It looks so pretty. So on the left there is the St. Paul Hotel. Classy hotel. Actually, it's where my wife and I had our wedding reception. And on the right there is, and unfortunately, because of this rain, you're not going to be able to see it as good as we'd like you to, but
It is beautiful.
hang on a second. People are out looking at the lights. We'll try to get an angle on them. Aren't those lights pretty?
It's beautiful.
It's gorgeous. Did you guys come over just to watch, look at them, or what?
No, we're staying at Stadium Hall Hotel.
Oh, good. It's a great place.
Yeah.
Amazing.
What brings you to the city?
We were just out on town tonight.
Out on the
We
town?
went to Anastasia, Minneapolis.
Oh, very
We got
good.
married at the
Well,
Ordinance 2019.
congratulations.
Oh, congratulations.
And is Anastasia at the Orpheum, or
Yeah,
that's
that's the Orpheum, so we had to make it quite a drive, but
yeah. At least you got a pretty view now that you're here.
right, exactly.
Yeah.
So we as soon as we saw these lights, we were like, we gotta come out here.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Well, we're happy for you guys. Glad you stopped by.
Take
See you
care.
guys
Have a good
later.
night.
Thank you. Thank you.
Hands on the collar. Currently locked in a room.
That's fun. Someone waved to us there.
126. Okay.
Let's see if I can get a picture here.
Copy. Sun is on. Wearing a white
Picture
jacket,
for
black
Chris
pants on the
Thayer to kind of. Oh, that's kind of good, huh? I don't know.
Yeah, Chris Thayer does some very creative.
Just rock that back like a couple. Yeah, either way. Either way.
Copy 23.
Oh, yeah. That's some prettiness.
That's gorgeous.
St.
He does
Paul-
some pretty creative videos, and I highly suggest subscribing to his YouTube page.
Well, Herbie Brooks has got a little snow on him. Check that out.
Yeah, he does.
Dave-
Miracle Under Ice.
David, there you go. Well, we got to get a picture of Herbie Brooks in ice. You know, it almost looks like Jesus. You got him?
Copy at 23.
Yeah. Holy mackerel. He's an angel.
120 squads will be on the
Herbie Brooks, the angel. Coach of the 1980
Copy your update for
Miracle on Ice hockey team.
copy.
I'd get up there and brush him down, but I think he looks good that way. It's kind of...
Yeah.
I know Patty Brooks sometimes watches, and David Brooks, his brother. That was a great moment. Here's the Ordway Performing Arts here.
Massive tornadoes still on the ground in Kentucky.
Oh my goodness. You know, that's the thing. I'd rather have this. Don't you?
Oh, yeah.
10 times.
Oh, yeah.
A tornado.
Got an easy choice when it's this bad. Stay in your house.
Here's the thing, Pat. Now, I was gonna elbow you earlier, but you told the viewers that you got a nap in. Now, we had it out. Okay, we had it out to not work till late at night because, you know, the weather, etc.
It wasn't a very good nap.
Well,
It was.
you didn't say that.
It was an unrestful, unproductive nap.
Drink your 7-Up.
Oh,
A Mountain Dew.
oh.
And if you're not from around here, the XL Arena, XL Energy Arena, where the Minnesota Wild plays, right on our left here. St. Paul Cathedral up ahead. Oh, but what I was saying is, you want to come to town and visit, come during the St. Paul Winter Carnival. And usually the last week in January, first week in February. Help us out with the Winter Carnival treasure hunt clues.
There you go.
Because we are treasure hunters extraordinaire.
Yes, we are.
Treasure hunters extraordinaire. I wonder if Rev Spence is still up for a call. I bet he is. He might be working down here to this.
Squad 325. But
Anyhow, next Friday afternoon, early evening, we're going to do a toy drop drive. Pat and I will be there. Kelly, Joe, Rev want to be there to help us collect toys.
Traffic 2334.
I think so.
That picture is hard to get in there.
325, we are going to region.
Thank you. 2334.
Oh, yeah, it's just hurting, snowing in Stanford. I'm looking for.
Capricorn 4th party is 2335.
Well, here we are in our little restaurant row by the XL. Looks like a lot of people are just leaving the... You'll notice they have winter coats, stocking hats. We got some stocking hats donated, and Rev Spence put them in our car, so we have been, when we see people that maybe need a stocking hat, making sure they get one. St. Paul Police is down here. Another St. Paul officer down here. It's great.
Yeah.
Looks like everything's kind of closing up down here tonight, huh, Pat?
Yeah, looks like they're wrapping it up for the night.
We have a lot of smart people in St. Paul. Don't go out. A lot of people stayed home tonight, thankfully.
Were it not for this, I'd be one of them.
Try to keep these wipers on the right rhythm for you, but you don't want them to go all the time. They won't go on an ultra slow mode. That's as slow as they'll go. People are getting off of work. The hospital, we have the Twin Cities have an amazing medical, hospital, healthcare industry here.
Oh, I think unmatched.
Yeah.
Myself.
I think it is, and it's the one of the two things: small college education, educational services with all the colleges we have here in the Twin Cities, and healthcare.
Mm-hmm.
And what else has your unit been working on down there, Pat?
Just been so busy on the auto thefts. It's just unreal. And what a good group of cops.
Amazing. Did you happen to see the news tonight? The St. Louis Park released, or Edina, one of the two, released the photos of the suspect?
I sure did.
Oh, there's Rev Daryl Spence. Hey, I keep mentioning your name and I forget to call you. Ever have a hard time staying awake, probably, huh? Hang on a second. Hang on a second. Can you hear me now, Houston? Okay. Well,
hey, Rev.
Rev.
Hey, Pat.
So,
hello, everyone.
Hang on a second.
172.
Stolen vehicle, unable to verify the VIN, back window. Helmet is duct taped with red duct tape. Vehicle at 2330.
It's probably a cop's alert. Anyhow, tell us about the toy drive, and I know they can drop them off all week, but then we're going to do a big one Friday afternoon. But tell us what you need and what the plan is.
Well, the plan right now is, first of all, I just sent Pat a text to tell everyone thank you for all the toys that have already been dropped off. and we are working on having a big toy drive where I think it's Friday. You help me if I'm wrong.
Yeah, Friday afternoon, early evening. Yep.
Yeah, and we're looking to get as many toys because, as you can imagine, the numbers have. I think the last time you said about 12. The requests are coming in. How do I sign up? How can I get a part? So many single mothers have reached out to us. We want to make this a wonderful holiday season for everybody. So, with the help of the backseaters, and I mean, I'm just shouting thank yous. We've got hats, gloves, gift cards. We were out tonight, right down there where you just left on West 7th, passing out hats and gloves. It's just, you can see the weather. We've got a lot of homeless folks that are still walking up and down the street. Talked to St. Paul tonight. They had to put a couple out of the homeless shelter for intoxication. And so we really want to thank you for all you've done, all the stuff you sent in to this point. But we want to make this holiday toy drive just like it was last year with COVID. It was just a wonderful event. Bob, we really want to thank you for allowing us to do this.
Well, and you know, truthfully, there's hundreds of families out here that need some help. And, you know, if going and shopping is a little extra work, the alternative is find any store that sells toys and just drop off a couple gift cards. And probably Target is the easiest one, right?
Oh, God.
Yeah, just Target or Walmart.
Target or Walmart gift cards, and then we can have our crew go out and buy presents for people, or we can just give the parents the Target card. Either way, but we got 2 weeks left, obviously, or a little over 2 weeks till Christmas, and but Rev, you'll be there on Friday, right? So people can give you a big Christmas hug.
Yes, sir. I'll be there.
And we'll get some hot chocolate, some music going in the lobby, get a tree. We'll see if we can. Our goal is to get a pile of toys bigger than the tree.
Well, let's go for it. I think we can do it.
Let's go for it. Let's go for it. We'll get Christmas pictures. Pat and I got some Santa Claus hats that we're going to wear.
Well, I'll keep those commanded that we need hats. We all need hats. Me and Andre will look nice in hats.
Well, I think Andre's going to have to get a green one and be the elf.
well, maybe I'll get a green one too. I'll be an elf.
Yeah.
I can't. That's my partner in crime. We gotta go together.
Oh, look at the snow.
We'll let Sergeant Scheller wear the red and he's the worker.
Well, you're all doing a great job.
Yes, thank you. We were out tonight and it was bad out there.
Yeah.
I saw Andre helping a lady clean her car off tonight. And he had a lot of snow on it.
Did you get a picture?
I should have.
Well,
yeah. I've been, it's 11:43. Pat had a nap tonight. Y'all got a couple hours to keep pressing.
How did your car drive in this stuff today?
Very slick.
Yeah.
And I'm one of those low profile cars, so when I get up in the morning, I hope those 8 inches allow my tires to hit the ground.
Yeah. Yeah, this is probably probably the dumbest thing I've done tonight, but we got to get a picture of the Capitol. Pat's going to be pushing me out of here in a minute. Yeah, you can't really see our Capitol that much here tonight, but
oh yeah, it's coming through pretty good.
Yeah, I just mean it's so foggy and winter still.
There it is. Beautiful picture. Hey, we will be, just in case anyone has needed food, we're going to be at the House of Refuge tomorrow morning. And the food's already there, so even the snow didn't stop the House of Refuge and get the food. 520 Atwater Circle. We'll be there at noon tomorrow.
Awesome.
That's
Thanks
great.
for the reminder.
Is that posted
Yes.
anywhere, Reverend?
Yeah, on my page.
Okay, great.
It is on my page, Pat.
I will share that around.
Yeah. All right.
All right, Rev. Say hi to Bev, Rev.
I will say hi to Bev.
Take care.
All right, buddy.
All right.
Thanks. Thank you. Bye. Doing some amazing work, isn't he?
Yes, he is. That Volvo we're looking for on the cops alert,
Yep.
it's a green wagon and it rammed a Maplewood squad.
That looked like a wagon. The one we were following before?
It was, but that was blue. And the driver didn't fit the description.
Okay. It didn't have a smash. It wasn't smashed up. Yeah, I was listening to her. She goes, there was a cops alert on the car and they rammed her to get away. She said, I hate to get stuck on a train track.
No kidding.
Going to 1 here. I'll move this one to 2. We got 3. So we're on University Avenue right here. We're going to go up north, head up Rice Street. Oh, actually, I'm going to go to 2 here, sorry. I was thinking we were going to go down west, but you know, I'm looking down University Avenue, and you know what it looks like? A bowling alley.
Yeah, it does.
With no balls or pins. It's just empty. Empty. There's no question weather does help curtail crime. But if it lasts too long, you increase your number of domestics and you have people getting
cabin fever.
Westford Midnight EOT 287.
287.
534.
Westford Midnight EOT, squad 173.
537.
73.
180.
Kids will have from the OT.
Negative.
Thank you. Any other squads for Midnight EOT?
Squad 184.
Any other squads for Midnight EOT?
Negative 5. Have a good night, guys. At 2347.
Have a good night, 2347.
The other night I was involved in a chase with a black Jeep.
Mm-hmm.
And the troopers was stolen. The troopers had actually spotted it first. Some of you that were listening on the radios, you probably heard it, but it was south on Dale from 36. And the troopers have different protocols. You know, they can chase anything on the freeway, but they like when locals take over on the side streets.
Right.
Partially because they're not familiar with the side streets, but they were following it from a distance. And so I eventually found it and on Larpenteur and Parkway there by 61. Lit it up and it went west on Larpenteur and mistakenly it jumped back on the freeway. But the reason I mention that is I was so impressed with the driving of the state troopers. I mean, those guys, I mean, they have the Chargers.
Right.
Okay? Those guys were amazing. I was like number 2 or 3 for about a couple miles and they blew by me. But the chase went into Minneapolis. Eventually we did end up losing it. But I saw 5 troopers at their best in the course of this driving.
They can drive.
So shout out to the Minnesota State Highway Patrol for some amazing driving. They're getting body cameras now too, I see.
Yeah. Yep. They do a good job of shutting down the false allegations and showing the real deal.
What a tough job right now. I mean, let's face it, people are driving way fast on those freeways.
Yep.
Way fast. We almost need a reset. A public reset. Okay, everyone, let's go back to our level of law abiding that we were before COVID.
I'd say probably a year before it actually started going downhill.
Yeah.
Have a good night.
Well, I think someone said it the other day, and I think they were right. For a while, there were so few cars on the road that the people that were out there felt, oh, I can drive faster.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah, that's a good point.
And then
Never thought about it
as
that
more
way.
cars came on, and they never went back to the way they used to drive.
Jason Gadram, thanks for joining us.
Got any snow there, Jason? We're getting some wind, I think, but our snow is coming. Maybe they'll get tornadoes. Tornadoes in Indiana, or where were the tornadoes?
Indiana and Kentucky, I've heard so far.
This car looks... Oh, don't hit me. You know that lady with the white Envoy that you were working on there? I said, does the driver know how to drive in the snow? I'm thinking, well, we're from some state in the southern. Well, we're from Detroit, so we don't know for sure.
And for many years, I don't know if it's still the case, for many years, Detroit did not even plow their streets, period.
Really?
They did not plow their streets.
Huh? I didn't know that. There's, okay, a little humor there, Mayor. There's some people in St. Paul that say we don't either. Oh, actually, the main streets are pretty good, right? Since we've been out?
Yeah.
Everybody got ahead of it?
Actually.
25, 113, I can take your dangerous condition, Highland Parkway, Mississippi.
No, the main streets are drivable. Side streets look like less than 8 inches, so those will probably survive. It's a huge undertaking getting cars moved out of the way to plow.
Yeah, definitely.
Huge. Huge undertaking.
I was reading today that I can't remember her last name right now. A gal named Consuela bought Dar's double scoop and plans on keeping it pretty much the exact same, including the name.
I wonder if her or her family worked there.
I don't know.
I am going to stop here just for a minute. Well, maybe this isn't the best place to stop, but I gotta look through some messages of people. I just know there's some people that had some special days coming up. What's the day today, the 10th?
The 10th.
Yeah, we only got 7 minutes left. Say the, what is the name of that restaurant at 452 Selby?
452 Selby.
Got burglarized last night.
Not La Grolla.
Yeah.
Really?
Again. And they caught the guy.
Good.
The owner was watching him on video, of course. Squads got there, he ran and bailed. It's about a two block chase. I was down there on the perimeter, but they caught the guy. And he had property on him that was taken from the... But that's been burglarized a couple times before, right?
Yep.
Poor guy.
I believe 325 is primary on that. We'll be clear up the PIC call.
So here, for those of you, this is a good lesson. For those of you not from a snow-laden area, see this truck here? Is dispersing salt. And salt, sometimes sand. It's a combination of brine, they call it, right?
Yes.
Right. And so we're gonna watch the truck in action here. And I have some important information to impart on this. Okay.
212, I copy up to 26.
I'm going to interject real quick.
Yeah, hang on. Yep.
Amazon warehouse in Edwardsville, Illinois collapsed. 50 to 100 people are trapped.
Oh, a little louder so they can hear you. That's terrible.
It's been declared a mass casualty event. Injuries are suspected. No word on fatalities. 30 fire departments and 40 ambulances are on scene in Edwardsville, Illinois.
And was that snow or?
I don't know whether it was. I don't know whether it was a tornado or.
113, I copy that to the APD on Kellogg at 35E.
All right. That's terrible. We'll keep up in that. Now, I just want to say about these trucks. See this truck here in front of us?
Look at them.
There's 3 different types of chemicals that you can put out there. Standard sodium chloride, which most of you know is salt. The water won't freeze until 15 degrees instead of 32. Okay? Magnesium chloride, it'll stop the water from freezing down to minus 10 Fahrenheit. Minus 10 Fahrenheit.
Wow.
Magnesium chloride. A lot of them use magnesium chloride. But then there's calcium chloride. Calcium chloride, the chemical, is CaCl2. Minus 20 degrees Fahrenheit. Minus 20 degrees Fahrenheit. So there you have it. There we are in Minnesota. We have state road crews. We have, I'll let this truck pass. How's that? You want to pass, truck? We have state road crews, we have county road crews, and we have city road crews. I mean, that's almost a YouTube video itself, watching those plows plow and lay salt. You see how the road improves. Now, obviously they have to be careful they don't tear stuff up with the plow.
Right. They do a pretty darn good job.
Be prepared to stop. And of course, you got to start in the middle and then you push it over. A lot of times they work in groups of 2. I don't see a second actual truck here this time.
Might be one coming up behind us.
I think that's maybe like a supervisor.
Oh, that's another plow behind us.
Okay, well, there they go. There you have it. Now it's going to be a test. And here's the thing I want you to know. Just remember, sodium chloride, 15 degrees Fahrenheit. Magnesium chloride, minus 10 Fahrenheit. Calcium chloride, minus 20. Now, I know because my friend Joe Keller was an expert snow remover.
Oh, yeah.
And he still, to this day, has a couple of counts, and he's blows some snow and he drops different chemicals. And his buddy Kendall down there, Kendall's Ace Hardware down there on Payne Avenue, which we'll drive by, sells them the chemical for the salt. But Joe says that it's very dangerous to inhale the dust from those really high-powered chemicals.
Okay, that would make sense.
You want to be careful for that 20 below. You probably use that in Alaska, huh?
I would think so.
Well,
Although we get colder here than a lot of parts of Alaska do.
How do you think the percentage of alcohol consumed here versus there is?
I think they put a little more away.
So you hear that all the time. Well, there's a period there they don't see sun for 45 days, right? In parts of Alaska, inside.
Even longer, I think.
Well, we're waiting for the radio to chirp.
He's just giving himself a little bit of
room.
Yeah, to get through the snowplow left.
It's no time for a low-profile tire setup, is it?
Yeah, if I had low-profile tires in my car, I think right about now I'd be saying this maybe wasn't such a good idea.
Over on Payne Avenue, one of the main historical streets from the east side, Payne and Arcade.
And the Amazon collapse supposedly was from a tornado.
Oh, I don't know. I don't want to second guess anybody, but if you know there was tornadoes coming, wouldn't you send people home? Maybe you thought it was the safest place in town. I don't know. That's not good.
126, case number, please.
I bet there's a lot of viewers that never used a snowblower.
I'll bet.
Case number is 253701. 253701.
Thank you.
You're welcome. 1 minute.
So we had a great idea by my friend Mary. So
I'm going to pull this out a little bit because of that.
Yeah,
it's blocking the deep
text us your, well, not on this text, but addresses of people that have great Christmas lighting.
All right, wait a minute.
I'm going to go back and just see if looks like they're trying to replace a battery, huh? It's not like we have a lot of calls. I must have moved from Fast and the Furious.
Yeah, you don't have to do those 27-point turns in this weather.
Good point. You guys good? I was good checking those guys. Are they putting a battery in or what? That's no fun, is it? Oh, they do? Okay, that's good.
692.
Thank you, too.
692.
I'll be knocking on 143 Virginia Street in relation to my call.
At least they live there, like she said.
Yeah.
Have you had 3 minutes?
The snowblower is a great invention.
I never used one.
We never had one when I was little. And I mean, my dad, we had a double driveway that had banks on both sides.
Oh, geez.
Oh, geez. So when it drifted.
Suspect foot on foot, Hispanic male, white hoodie with forest.
I mean, that's how you learn
unknown direction.
life. Shoveling 2-foot drifts out of your driveway.
Yeah, no kidding.
I bet I got pictures somewhere of literally 2 to 3 feet where you just cut enough to walk out. But eventually you had to get it all cleared out, get the cars out of the garage.
Check your,
if you live in a place without snow, you have no idea how physically demanding shoveling snow is. There's multiple heart attacks.
Yeah, you had to
over the
mention
winter
that,
when
didn't
you're shoveling snow.
Yep. And, you know, in our town, virtually 90% of the homes have sidewalks. And technically, you're responsible to shovel your sidewalk all in front of your house and along the side, too.
Yep.
In case somebody slips.
222. One side copy, 5 minutes.
Well, there's another bowling alley in front of us.
Well, the Speedway at 2967 produced for the alarm security company and the DOC for a blood male trespasser.
This is Arcade Street.
379, can you call me on council?
5 minutes.
Put this on 3.
You bet. One here still. Now, you will see people out walking around. Here's the great thing about this is it
1366 Coach Road, correction in progress domestic.
it's not freezing. I mean, it's freezing,
Put his hands on the collar and then drove
but it's
away.
not 20 below.
It's going to be in a gray Mitsubishi Outlander 2 minutes ago on the direction of travel. Collar's not locked over the address.
It has gotten down to 20 below. Here.
Oh, yeah. And more.
Usually when it's, if you're not familiar with snow, usually when it's really, really cold below zero, it doesn't snow. Snow requires moisture in the atmosphere.
213.
And that usually
Can you change the address of my
with warmer, moist air.
296 7th Street, and the key changes to hit
So it usually snows between 20 and 35 degrees.
Copy at 6 minutes.
That don't look good, does it? I think I can push that one, the little bugger out myself. Well, it's not even stuck. See, there's the deal. If you got, first of all, rear wheel drive, we're going to turn around in case you're wondering. Rear wheel drive is the worst.
And 213, are you out at that address right now?
I don't want to turn in front of this oncoming car, though.
Thank you. I have 6 minutes.
Rear wheel drive is the worst, but even front wheel drive. Gonna have to be a 2-point turn anyhow. Won't pull you out if your car is that low profile and no weight. Looks like he's getting out. Oh, he's rocking it. Rocking is the key.
Yep.
Oh, these people are gonna help. Well, that's what Minnesota's all about. There we go. There we go. And see, there you have it. There's just two strangers randomly get out of their car and start pushing. Meanwhile, their car is stolen. We're watching it for them. I gotta give them the Good Neighbor Award.
Good Neighbor Award.
Good Neighbor Award, guys. Thank you. Thanks a lot. Appreciate it.
Don't stop.
Well, he's in a spot now that he's going to be fine. Just tell him you got to keep the wheels straight. You can't turn the wheels.
Try and keep the wheels straight if you can.
If you turn, you put more friction on the car.
Turn the wheel to the right. There you go.
Keep it straight. It's all physics.
There you go.
She's a Pat or Dad? Every once in a while, we run into a daughter that Pat hasn't seen for a long time. Or he's just become that popular that everybody wants to be his daughter. Yeah, that's what she said. First she said, Pat. And then she goes, Dad! I heard her. You heard her, too.
I am not your father.
The worst snowstorms. are when it's windy.
Oh.
It might be 25 degrees, but blowing in your face. And so the snow knows it's 25. That's not him, is it? No.
Yes, we do have all the police radios on, folks.
I'll put this one on scan just in case we're missing anything. Starting to see more cars on the road. Like a good example right in front of us. But I think some people were out Friday night out. We will have some accidents here in the next hour. People come out of the bars feeling overly confident in their driving. What's that there? Is that an
61
Escalating?
copy at
Yep.
10 minutes.
What color is it?
Well, it's close enough to gold. Did we ever get a plate on anything?
No.
Oh, it could be white, cream, or tan. Well, let's take a look. It obviously wasn't going right.
I think they'd have said Escalade pickup truck if it was
Okay.
Good eyes, by the way.
525.
Good.
I never owned one.
910 downtown. EMT.
Have a good night. 11 minutes.
How many calls we had to this place?
More than a few.
Merry Christmas! Ho, ho, ho! You guys doing okay? Live PD! How's it going?
2911
Good. So, what's happening? Anything?
W as well.
Alright, you guys have a good holiday, okay?
And we don't care about your little bottle there in the brown paper bag. You didn't have to hide it, mister.
What? Well, we don't remember you. Are you watching or what? We don't remember you in particular, but we've had a few calls to this building. Yeah. I didn't say it's because of you. But there's only 2 apartments there. So it's like 50-50.
Copy at 12 minutes.
Anyhow, it's the holiday season. Enjoy yourself. Have a good one.
1233, turn the echo at the table, turn them live and give the exit.
He was like, would you stop talking to them and let me get back to my drink?
Yeah. They were smoking on the porch. So here's the way it works in St. Paul. All the main streets get plowed the first day. There'll be a snow emergency for Main Street plowing. It probably already started. And so all day tomorrow they'll be plowing certain streets. And then, oh, it's changed a little bit. Then what they'll do is they'll take the east and west streets.
Have a good night, 13 minutes.
And they'll do one or the other. East, west, north, south. They'll do one or the other. I hear a siren. Must be paramedics. Look at that snow we got going, Pat. See, there's a good example. We should get a ruler. Right there, there's a good one. That's got to be 8+ inches right there, right?
Yep, I say 8 3/4.
8 3/4? It's a good one. I don't know if we can get around, but we're going to follow the tracks. That's the key. Follow the tracks. Anyhow, they plow. It's a 3-day process of clearing up the snow. They try to compress it into less than a day for each, but it doesn't always work that way. But the problem is by the time you get to the 3rd day, and so you're supposed to move your car off the street that's getting plowed onto the other streets. But as you can see, when you move your car into a snowbank, it's hard to get it out.
Yes, it is.
So anything over 8 inches causes dramatic issues, but at least it's the weekend. Someone sent us the thing? All right. So this is the way it works now. They've tried a lot of different ways. Night plow routes. Starting at 9 p.m. tonight, anything marked as a night plow route is getting plowed tonight. So get off the night plow routes. I don't know, someone could send us the rest of it. That's all I know. 9 o'clock. Send it to Pat, because Pat's good at that kind of stuff. But as you can tell, 8 inches of snow has put a little damper on criminal activity.
Yes.
The greatest thing about snow for Pat and I is we like following footprints of criminals in the snow.
Whenever there's a fresh snowfall,
we're going to get you.
Yeah. And if there's little enough traffic, even been able to successfully follow tire tracks for miles.
Right, that's true.
Don't be in a hurry to pass.
In a hurry, period, out here.
Yeah, really. And even if you got 4-wheel drive, you don't stop any better with 4-wheel drive.
Good point. Hey, look at my odometer. Watch it. What's it say?
Uh-oh, here it comes. Here it comes.
This is it. We don't get to see this but once every 1,000 miles. It's about to turn from 15,999 miles.
Whoa.
That doesn't look
Slide
good.
back.
Some hills are not meant to be climbed.
110. 110.
If it's not already added, can you please add Bravo Yankee X-ray 727?
Clear advice, 212.
Copy.
We're going to just let this guy do his thing. We're going to help the cars, but
Have you 2 minutes?
the answer really is for this guy not to go up the hill. This is classic Minnesota weather, though.
We'll just go to assist on a suicide in progress, 246 snowing, permit 202.
I just got a text. Is something going on Highway 61, you know?
Somebody that choked herself, she's intoxicated.
I'm going to recommend the guy back down the hill. What do you think? You want to tell him?
Yeah.
Sure.
Assistant, Molecule 120.
Hi, do you have 4-wheel drive?
I don't know. It's a
110 case number.
What's going on, buddy?
110 case number is 253-712. 253-712.
It says all-wheel drive off though.
Serious? Is it?
I think I'll be
You're
okay
welcome.
though. I just need
I-
to get kind of like directed.
I think
You might want to back
I think somebody
back down
went
off
into
the hill.
into the lake
Might be
there.
the best way.
You can like
That's what I think happened. There was a car in the lake.
What do you mean?
That's what I heard earlier. I don't think it was actually a plow, but somebody went in the lake.
So I can just follow your tracks?
Try.
Oh, they might have been real slippery. I'll check on it. Thank you.
I think I'll be okay.
Hang on 1 second here.
2144.
You're going to try driving for it?
No, I'm just going to. She can't find the 4-wheel drive.
I think so. 5814 Lametti Lane. For an alarm. It's going to be a residential alarm that covers the garage door. 2164 copy.
She might not have it on that car, Pat.
It looks like it is.
20 minutes.
This is Minnesota. Pat is attempting to see if the car has 4-wheel drive.
115, we're out.
And that's Jim Count from now. That's in a secure building.
Copy at 21 minutes.
Yes or no?
Yeah. Okay, now try going real slow.
What's the plan?
I got it in all-wheel drive.
Oh, you do? Okay.
If that doesn't work, just back down the hill. Yep.
We're going to work. Yeah. Real slow.
And 115, it looks like there should be a neighbor downstairs to let you guys in.
Okay, what do I got going on?
Pardon me?
We have something going on 61?
Oh, there was there was an accident there. I think that was when they saw the car. I think we're going to have to help her get back down the road, though. Oh, look at that guy. Ooh, we should slow everybody down on this hill, man. I'm going to leave my lights on just to get everybody to... Hey. See, these Durangos have amazing traction.
Yeah, I'm impressed.
I gotta tell you, last winter I loved this car.
$320.
Is that one of ours or St. Paul? That car
Employees.
pit squad.
Got the out with employees. 320. 1946 Nokomis on a welfare check. I'll have you read the comments.
Copy.
I just think without a little direction there.
022.
Oh, she's continuing to try to make it. I think if you get in the middle, you'll be fine, but I think you got to back down. Otherwise, you're gonna end up on the curb.
22 GOA.
Oh, I like your sense of optimism. Papa John's car's gonna slide into us. If we're not careful.
222, I copy. I cleared you. 23 minutes.
Okay.
2366. For the alarm company, there's no key holder responding at this time.
Don't you think she should just back down and maybe try a different part of the road? I think looks like there's better traction out here. Well, there you go.
I think she's going to be fine.
Okay. Well, we'll check back.
Yeah, the way these roads are icing up, I don't know. Push our luck too much.
Well, there's one thing you cannot overcome, and that's physics.
Right.
If you have no coefficient of friction, and you have a lot of weight, gravity is going to pull you down a hill. There are going to be accidents because this is people
115 code 4.
gonna drive like
Copy, it's 24 minutes.
crazy people. Yeah, wait a minute. Call Nicole Sparks. See what happened to her earlier today. Get the update.
Calling Nicole Sparks.
Maplewood officer, we're going to hire her at the sheriff's office. Coming on board at the end of the month. She's a hard worker.
Yes, Sheriff.
Officer Sparks, you're live on patrol. What happened up there in Larpenteur tonight?
On Moulton, I found a vehicle with a consular in it. There was wanted for a gas drive off and somebody fleeing. I sat on the vehicle for a little bit, and they didn't want anything done with the vehicle if it wasn't occupied. So after I went to do something else at the Golden Star Apartments, I saw the vehicle became occupied. My partner and I went out to go try to apprehend the occupants of it. He started driving away, holding on to the female in the passenger seat. She was able to get away from him. She fell out of the vehicle and took off running. I grabbed my squad car. I parked it perpendicular so they couldn't escape, and he ran my squad car when trying to flee. So,
wow,
lots of fun stuff.
Well, I think good work is in order. Did I hear the car left and we're looking? It's like a Volvo or something.
Yes, it is a Volvo station wagon with duct tape as the back window, but fortunately we were able to get the driver identified. So
most importantly, were you okay?
I am all good, thank you, sir.
Yeah,
that's good.
Yeah, that's important. We don't want to hire an injured employee.
No, that would be terrible. It's actually the same guy who jumped out of a third-story window to get away from a stolen vehicle a couple weeks ago.
285
Same location or what?
At Gooden Company.
I'm sorry, what was that?
Was it the same location or a different location?
Number 2 northwest overhead door.
Ramsey frequents there.
Okay. All right. Well, we're looking forward to have you come to work at the sheriff's office. You're a good worker.
Me as well. Thank you, sir. I appreciate it.
Thanks for everything. Appreciate it. We'll look for the Jetta for you.
I appreciate it. Stay safe.
You too. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you.
Bye. That's Maplewood officer Nicole Sparks. Found a car with some wanted people in it. They rammed her.
And that's something. He's a hard worker.
Oh, very hard. I gotta tell you a funny story though, you know, every once in a while Alex and I just come out here just to see what we can find. Okay?
Copy at 27 minutes.
So there's a stolen over there at Dale and Hatch. Squad 222 222 finds it, and Alex of course is close, backing them up. They arrest the occupant. He goes to jail. Squad 222, when he's all done with the call, he says, "We're clear, report made. A mark for Action Alex."
Awesome.
True story.
Awesome. Was this just last night?
Last night, yeah.
Oh, that was the one taken in the carjacking.
Yeah, I'm not sure which was which, but yeah.
Because they got a call on loud music out of the car.
Yes.
Yep, it was wanted in a carjacking out of Minneapolis. There's nobody in it.
Well,
I think I need to
clear that plate
off that plate.
In case we got a stolen. The Jeep is the only thing I'll say about this, two things that will determine whether this is stolen. Number one, if the seat belts are buckled. Okay?
Yep.
Number two that argues against being a stolen is they never put their flashers on.
I'm going to make sure it's empty before I do the plate.
Leaving at the key in. She has an open line, can hear a child crying in the background. It sounds like parents are fighting somewhere in the room.
So we are on White Bear Avenue. Look pretty empty, but Pat's just double checking. Don't get hit by a car, Pat. Dangerous out there. I said, don't get hit by a car. There we go. It's like a scratch-off game.
Assist 5180 on the domestic. 5181 operation. A1 coming. 2164 arriving. Copy.
It's like a scratch-off game.
Seatbelts aren't snapped.
Good.
Huh?
Second, third, serial alarm. Squad back to 946 race at the Melba Grocery, audible covering rear motion.
It's not stuck.
Copy at 31 minutes.
No, it's definitely not stuck. Probably coming back. Didn't leave a note, huh? No?
5180.
Cool Rapids.
Well,
5180.
not stolen though, huh?
Nope.
Room 4.
Well,
the physical domestic between the
I'll
parents.
give them a while to try to get back, but is it running or is it?
It's running.
There's nobody in there.
Nobody in it.
That's really weird.
Yep.
It's running.
Mystery of the night.
Flashers on. It's not out of gas then.
Nope.
Less snow now. Actually, remember last year when there's snow? There's less snow to the north, more to the south.
Mm-hmm.
But it worked the suburbs for a while. Yeah, the Nicole Sparks thing, that happened right before we started. Otherwise, we sure would have ran over there.
7126, 7127.
We might run up on Highway 61. Apparently, there's a car in the lake up there.
26 squads go for this. Dangerous position. Safe. Cop is now stating that the parties are fighting in the hallway.
It's one thing about
our comp is also in the room with 6 other
driving. Whenever you're headed downhill,
it looks like they now have a second
there's forces acting on your car that you don't have control over.
Copy, I think it's going to be
Indeed.
a good room number. Could you come out? Copy that. 2366 Roseville would like assistance. I can start.
What's going on over there, man?
618, we have 2 coming. I appreciate it.
Must be the shoveling crew.
Yep.
Dispatch copies. 5180 is going to be
Maplewood Community Center on our right.
Copy there. Memorizing. 34 minutes.
Squad 126.
Give me 126. We copy the update. We're speaking with Conlusion.
Perfect. 24 minutes.
I was thinking we should have one of those flying cars for water rescues.
That'd be cool.
You know, where you can, people are in the water, they're in trouble, you just fly right out over the water, throw them some life-saving equipment.
I think you should get one to test out live on patrol.
I like it. Well, I mean, the place to test it out is over water, right?
44, 29 Tango. 44, 29 Tango. PPV at the Gold Star Apartments, apartment number 8.
We are in the city of Maplewood, a little suburb north of the northeast corner of St. Paul. As you know, I'm partial to this suburb. This is where I grew up.
44, 29 Tango.
I like Maplewood.
Building.
John Glenn Junior High Schools, where I spent my middle school years.
It's going to be building 319.
Yeah, we'll post a request on Live on Patrol for good locations for Christmas lights. Now that we got a little snow on the ground, it adds to it. But sometime this weekend we'll post that. If you could let us know where the best spots are, we'll get a list together.
Make some drives by. They always are so much prettier when there's snow on the ground.
110.
Oh, there's 3 couches there.
Be clear with us, state accident report. I can start to the shop site. Copy with a Boston copy. 114 to assist. 1840 Beechwood Avenue. One caller reporting 9 shots. Coming from the east of the address, possibly near Snelling.
Hey, can you open the can and just take a look at what happened down here at 61 by Keller Lake?
Yep.
I know I heard that somebody, I think it was a Maplewood officer, check out and ask for a deputy. The car was in the water. That's how dangerous.
I did hear him say it was unoccupied, which is good.
One in the lobby. Copy. Medics cleared into the lobby. Mails to you.
Southbound on 61.
228 and 213.
CPR was being given to someone on the ground by
Sergeant to
one
copy.
of the
310
occupants.
Baker on a shots fired. For 15 heard from the west about
3
couple
vehicle
minutes ago.
accident.
Let me turn that down and you can give the viewers a little blow by blow. What happened?
3 vehicle accident.
Okay.
CPR was being given to one of the occupants.
Was either one of these in the lake, or is that something different? Something different, huh?
Wait a second here. Driver from a white truck fled.
On foot? Or in the car?
Foot.
Okay.
Yeah, this may be a different one. I'm not seeing anything about anything in the water.
Alright, well, it must have been a different call. Who's handling this, Maplewood or?
I just clicked out of it, I believe so.
268.
So
268.
Harassment call at 569 front, where the caller received a threat indirectly from their niece's boyfriend, Frank Ramos, that was en route to the address to shoot the caller. He's going to be late 30 to the Panic Mill, 57th and Build, drives the black Chevy Trailblazer. I don't know if he has
the white
access to
truck
a weapon
that the
or not.
suspect fled
Possibly
from.
gang member related.
This is the only one I see. Must have cleared the other one.
222.
Go ahead.
Cancel those guys. We'll take that after we assist. 212.
268, you're clear.
So we got the roadblock here.
39 minutes.
Not good. This is Minnesota weather for you, though.
Yeah.
State trooper. Anybody in these cars?
Nope. Can't tell.
$120.
120.
Adult female, Regents Hospital.
Copy of poison.
How bad was it? Bad? I mean, are they all make it to the hospital or not? Hard to say. Joe. Thanks for being here. Not good.
Hey.
Thank you. Huh?
$365.
Well, mute it and tell me what you're saying.
Well, that Durango dug in and gripped going over that median. I was impressed.
Well, there you have it, the hazards of driving in Minnesota. You can see that mangled car.
Drive slowly.
We know that they were able to get some people to the hospital.
Cut this off.
Sure.
9662. LBEOT. Have a good night. 40.
So anyhow, that wasn't where the car went in the lake. That was a well, actually, maybe they thought the white car was the one that went in the lake. But 3-car accident. Not good. I assume the state trooper is actually, since it's Highway 61.
Yeah, I saw that in the notes they were requesting the state.
But you don't know who was handling the. I don't know if it's a Maplewood call or it's not ours.
It was a Maplewood call.
Sad deal.
Mm-hmm.
Normally there isn't that much impact unless you're driving pretty fast. Yeah.
126.
126.
Yeah, with that snow out of the sky, we've got like a crystal clear
26, go ahead.
picture.
You can clear this SNR. We just drove by the shots fired. Can't hear anything, but we'll be back en route.
Well, I gotta tell you, the house that I grew up on is over here, right up in
Copy.
the
400 to
Atlantic.
copy. We've got a 425 Selby, shots fired, caller 45 just now.
40
direction.
45 shots?
45? I hope she read that wrong and it was
No, it's going to be for EOT.
425, I hope.
Yeah.
No, that'll be EOT. Have a good night.
Have a good night. 44 minutes.
Yeah, it's gotta be 4 to 5. But that Highway 61 and Highway 36, both of those had multiple accidents, and they improved them dramatically over the last 40 years, 50 years, but we used to hear sirens going down onto 61 there
Inland with Minnesota offsite.
on a regular basis.
Fox Mike Lima, 586.
My mom used to always worry it was my dad on a car accident out there. Then she worried about me having a car accident.
Oh, yeah.
There was no English overpass then, you know, you had to turn there. To cross a highway, there was no exit ramps. You just waited for your turn and you took a left.
Okay.
And a lot of people didn't make that left, even in the winter.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of accidents at English and 36. Actually, even then, Atlantic, you could cross at Atlantic too. That's crazy.
Wow.
But you know, there's a ditch there in between the east and the west road.
Mm-hmm.
On one occasion, at nighttime you couldn't see when I was a youngster driving. I came down. I thought I was at the right place for the turn for English.
Mm-hmm.
I'm on 36. I'm going westbound. I'm going to take a left turn. And son of a gun, if I wasn't in the ditch.
114.
Instead of at the turn.
114.
Oh, jeez.
So I just gunned it.
Just spoke to the caller.
In the ditch.
Think those
Out of
gunshots
the
came
ditch.
from inside. He thinks it was
It's
just
a miracle.
off in the distance. Sounded muffled.
It's a miracle.
Checking the area.
Copy doesn't believe that they came inside, just off in the distance. 46 minutes.
112, can I get the case number, please?
112 case number is 253-715. 253-715.
Thank you.
You're welcome, 46 minutes.
Two and 7, I copy your note to the disturbance 1173 Woodbridge for when using a leaf blower.
126.
Oh,
A leaf blower.
47 minutes.
Just for information, looking at where your caller's phone is pinging, it's within 16 meters of Regents Hospital.
So I'm not going to tell you exactly where we are.
Copy.
But we happen to be driving by
47 minutes.
one of my favorite human beings of all times in this area, Moose Younghands. Okay, if you can look up the City Pages story of Moose Younghands, and you'll learn why he's one of the finest humans in St. Paul. He coaches Johnson hockey, as you know.
Mm-hmm.
And,
25.
but he also
25.
We're guilty of good night.
he also puts a lot of things into his job, and I do want to say that this is the best hockey skate shop in town. Strauss Skates. Strauss Skates. Hang on a second. Well, there we go. There we go. Strauss Skates. Corner of Cope and White Bear. Manager Moose Younghands. Stop in there, say hi to Moose. Tell him Bob said to say hi.
There you go.
Skates, bikes. You got a lot of how's it going? A lot of great employees there. Bill Rohde works in there. Scott Hamill from White Bear. Jack, my favorite skate sharpener. Richard Charpentier, you won't see him much. He's the owner, but Moose is the manager there. They got everything you need for hockey skates.
There you go.
But he's lived over here on the east side coaching kids at Johnson for years. My favorite employee ever is a young man named Tyler that works in there at Strauss. We're gonna get Tyler on a ride along. I promised him we'd get him on a ride along.
Oh, fun.
Just the nicest person. Played hockey and he hires a lot of his hockey players to work there. I mean, the ones that really have the skills.
Mm-hmm.
And then goes on to help them succeed. Did I get any negative comments about?
Not a one.
No, there is a story in City Pages about Moose Younghands. His real name is Steve, but yeah, those are
21-6-5
calls I'd like to get a little earlier, but give me what's happening.
21-6-5
What do we know?
Out at South Owasso and County Drive on a Jeep Wrangler, and it was plate GUP 732.
Who is it? Maplewood's call or Troopers?
It's Golf Uniform Papa 732.
I don't know. Sometimes those state highways they make the Troopers handle it from start to finish, but Maplewood's handling everything. Okay. Was there another call about a car going in the water, or was that the same observation?
Adult male to 1120 Ottawa.
Where was that one at?
3848.
114.
Yeah, somebody was calling for deputies about an hour and a half ago because the car was partially submerged in the water. I don't know.
There's still just one caller on the shot fire.
I don't know. So make sure nobody's... Obviously, so make sure nobody's in the water dead.
Search the area. Found no evidence of a crime out here.
All right.
One caller. There to advise 110, 100.
Thank you.
Copy, 51 minutes.
Sounds like there were some pretty serious injuries.
That's not good.
Pretty serious injuries on that three-car accident.
4423 Tango.
Hard to say how that happened, isn't it? Really.
He changes to a PIC and clear advised.
I would imagine somebody going too fast for conditions would have had something to do with it.
1140 Western to assist medics on a female down on the sidewalk. She is breathing.
264.
Is that 264?
Oh, her picture's better.
Spotted back 264.
217, this be advised. Cancel 64.
By the way, backseaters, thank you very much. We do think we set a record for our Facebook stream tonight.
Yeah, that was...
What'd you say, 3,700?
3,700 a couple of times.
On Facebook early on. As people feeling sorry for us in Minnesota, probably. Didn't have any idea what the YouTube number was, but when we saw that 3,700, we know that's we've hit 3,000 once for Facebook, but we never hit 3,700, so.
That was amazing. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
I think there's less snow to the north. There's no doubt about it, Pat.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
Let's head over to Roseville for a while.
Let's do that.
We can sneak above the snow line. Get a hamburger. So you see that little high snow is about 1.5 feet high. That's called a drift.
That would be a snowdrift.
Snowdrift. Just like a desert drift, only all out of snow. You can call them dunes, I guess.
Snow dunes.
Snow dunes. Well, that was the gold Escalade.
Okay.
Well, I don't know. You're the car guy with that one. That was definitely gold. Did we ever get a plate on that one, you think?
We didn't, and I don't know what the
2165
resolution
Tango
was.
cleared, guys.
I don't think it's any coincidence that
55
he's
minutes.
taking a turn.
Fourth?
So earlier tonight
That
we
was
had a
4th
call.
Street, right?
Yeah, 800 something. 800 4th Street, gold Escalade, brother and a guy with a gun. What do you think?
This would be called a clue.
Well, straight ahead?
Yep.
Oh, what do you think?
I would say.
It's either right, looks right to me.
Yep.
There he
Yep,
is.
there he is.
There he is. Or is that him? No?
Nope, it's not.
Oh, shoot. Look at
Darn
the
it.
size of this snow.
Jeez.
Oh, my goodness. Now we're talking. Now we got some serious snow. He didn't go this way, so he went south still. Look at that guy. He's not getting out of there for a week. Ever play that big buck hunter game when you miss the deer? And he says, you're not going to see him for a week. All right, so we had the gold Escalade. Probably was the one used with the gunplay down on Forest and 4th.
They did write a report on it as an assault.
Okay. Alex, if you're listening to us, we're looking for the gold Escalade that's just dipped on us.
What was that, Cypress it went south on? Or Duluth?
I think Duluth or Atlantic. It's right here, this one.
Yeah, Duluth. Went south on Duluth from Maryland and disappeared.
I don't know if he'd notice us making that U-turn. But clearly he did.
Yep.
Well, he had to turn, right?
They have a ladder company.
He couldn't have gone straight there. He had to turn in 3 blocks. So question is, probably he was headed east, so he probably continued. Work his way east. I don't think you could see the plate because of all the snow, but I don't know that we ever got the plate.
No, we didn't.
Well, we'll see him again.
126.
No evidence of shots fired. If 100 is okay with it, we'll clarify with any comments.
What's that?
That's not the
It's not him, no, it's a truck.
Oh, well.
Could be one of those two at the light up there. How's it look right?
Clear.
4492. 4492. Here, we're going to have to cross Flandre on where the curve at Aldrich.
Not the one on the right for sure.
1290 your case, Farnsworth, in the area of Farnsworth School for 911.
Within 9 meters. Copy.
Well,
It's It's from 59.
316, you can cancel them.
35.
Whoa. Slow down, buddy.
Copy that.
Everybody just drives like they're...
Control 2.
3-seater Hunan Garden for a fight. 2 males fighting, someone threw a bar stool. Owner calls 2 black males. Are fighting outside. Black male, 28, tall, red jacket. 1 male walked out the front. Company very hard to understand. My medics, no weapons.
Copy, we'll check the area.
1 o'clock.
What a night, Pat.
Oh, what a night.
Late September back in 63? I think so.
Yeah.
301. 301.
Yeah.
2 or 2, report the team for an inspection, please.
Ooh.
Copy, also 2 squads, the team for inspection. 101.
An inspection.
Ooh.
Was that what was that 201 or 301?
Push East team.
East team. Oh, they heard me. I wasn't even clicked the button. Maybe they get 2. I know that's not a. I know, like you said, it's not. It probably would have said if it was a. Well, that kind of shoveling snow.
Avalanche.
He's a snow schnubber. There's an American flag out there.
All right.
You know, one of the scary things, you see my phone, it just, I'm sure yours does this as well, but these phones, they track where you're going all the time.
Mm-hmm.
So they can predict where you're going. So they proceed when you get in the car at the end of your work day, they tell you, okay, it's going to take you 17 minutes to get home. Traffic's light.
Get up in the morning.
Yeah.
11 minutes to work.
Yeah, it's just... Yep.
And some of the things we talked about tonight are going to show up in ads on Facebook tomorrow.
Ads?
Yep.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
So the accident on 61, a 3-car accident with some people injured, and Commander O'Neill is reporting now that the accident on H2 was a car near the pond but not in the pond. They got a hold of the owners. They could verify that no one was in the pond.
Oh, that's good.
That's really good. I'm imagining that's up by H2 in Centerville. So this must be a night plow route.
I would guess.
Holy mackerel. We're going to check this out right here. All right, so this sign right here, you see how this is Edgerton. Are we on Edgerton right there?
Yep.
That sign right there, if you can pull it back for a minute. There you go.
Night plow
It
route.
says night plow route.
Information
So
response on subject to our fixed and hold
night,
issued by
night
Sponsor
plows,
for
routes you
assault
can't park.
dangerous black-iron subject pointed at black
And
camp,
they
then at the
cleaned them up
victim
pretty
during
good.
argument. Firearm has not been recovered. The Chancellor, Albano Leo, Bargerstrom, 1988-05-28. Information
I was
on
going
that.
to check on this guy, but he crossed over. He seems like he's on his way. Where's my flashlight?
Need one?
39.
I used it once tonight.
Going to region, taking half on the rig. Happy Regions 105.
So you're getting a flavor of everything here tonight if you're not from the beautiful state of Minnesota. And you're going to see a lot of trucks, a lot of commercial plowing. People have jobs of removing snow removal.
And they are busy tonight.
In fact, mostly people push it around to create space for cars in parking lots. Sometimes they bring in dump trucks and they fill up the dump trucks to take it away because you don't have enough space. So pushing it, blowing it, taking it away.
But 2160.
But a friend of mine has started a fourth option.
You give that a call when you get a chance, please.
We're going to go explore it.
Yep. Oh, this is fascinating.
Yeah, we're going to go explore the fourth option.
You've got me very curious.
People are always trying to find it. Whoa. A new way.
44
Most things have been reinvented.
Fort Regis, I am clear and open in position.
In fact, generally there's breakthroughs on things like every 20 years someone has a breakthrough invention.
2030 Lydia. Where are the buildings to?
I think the only thing that really hasn't had a breakthrough that actually worked for anything in terms of redesigning something is the toilet.
23 Tango Outback coming from County C.
I don't think
right
anybody's
there.
really redesigned the toilet. Do you think?
Well,
I mean,
they started off with the water tank up on the wall.
Yeah.
Pull chain.
Yeah, that's like gravity doing the work.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got a point there. But I mean...
But the basic concept, no, hasn't really changed.
I mean, we went from outhouse, literally a house outside the house, to sewage. I don't know that it can be redesigned, but I'm just saying people are always redesigning things.
Mm-hmm.
So this friend of mine came up with a new way to remove snow. I gotta see if it's in action tonight. Feels
Well, a lot of
dangerous.
people have pointed out the obvious possibility.
Okay, which is?
Melting it.
That's correct. That's correct.
But exactly
Turns out you can melt it for areas that you can't just push and blow.
Okay.
Because you have to get rid of it. You can melt it for cheaper than you can haul it.
Really?
It's an interesting concept, isn't it? I mean, it's hard to imagine the amount of heat that's required to melt snow, right?
2363.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, you have to have connection to.
Didn't claim it,
Oh, I'm gonna hit the mailbox.
Okay.
Or not.
I had faith.
It's not snowing when you get north of Arlington.
120.
Well, a little bit.
Or we get 10-8 over the cat with 115.
Copy, 109.
I think I'll go up to Larpenteur.
Good idea.
I think Larpenteur's probably a night plow route.
Yeah.
We're not going to work too much longer. We might last till 2, but I don't know if we will or not. We got to hear a few more calls.
Well, maybe. Not sure there will be too many more. Yes, sir. Yeah, just a second.
Tango arriving.
I'm just wondering where the melted snow then runs to.
Well, it runs down into the sewer, I think.
Okay.
You know, once you get below, what, 30 or 40 inches, nothing freezes down there. It's all 40 degrees. But we're going to find out. We're going to learn something tonight if I don't kill us on the way there.
4423 Tango, I copy as well.
Yeah, even in the Durango, it's kind of treacherous out, folks.
It's all physics. An object in motion will continue in motion until a force is acted upon it. Force can be gravity, it can be the spinning wheels of your car, friction, the turning tires causing increased friction to cause you to turn. So sometimes you just want to let your car run straight, because that's the most reliable thing you can do, is let something go straight without exerting a force.
Yeah.
As soon as you try to exert a force, if your car starts... I'm going to give this little speech and then we're going to do a 180, right? Non-intentional 180. So seeing those flags, Pat, we can say pretty certain that there's a high wind velocity coming due straight from the north. Maybe,
yes, indeed.
Maybe northwest, I guess, now that we look at those. So we got the winds out of the northwest, which is never good. We always rather have him coming from the south. But you say it's going to be 50-some degrees when?
Wednesday, I think.
After the disturbance, 2118 grand at home distance.
So I don't even know if this friend of mine has the contract at Rosedale there. I don't know that they've started actually melting yet, because I suppose they wait for large piles. Why don't you read what you got there? That sounds interesting.
All right, from Nicholas. It evaporates for the most part. The rest runs off into the landscaping. I have banks that have boilers with glycol in the pipes that heat the sidewalks. Mike, Bob is correct. They use very hot water and a 4-inch fire hose from the dumpster to a sewer.
Boyfriend upstairs, cop is downstairs.
Hot water, huh? I was thinking they were using flamethrowers.
Yeah.
Hot water.
Interesting.
Yep. Okay, we're tracking a suspect vehicle there.
Maplewood?
Yeah.
Four, 7 vehicle unoccupied.
Unoccupied, okay. Oh, I thought we were going to run up on that.
Bless you.
Oh, man.
447.
Yeah, as I think about it, a flamethrower, I'm thinking, would end up getting kind of expensive. Keeping it fueled, you know?
Heading west. I'll be seeing if I can figure out what's going on.
Well, it seems like anything would cost
Carrying
money
out
to...
squads on a 74 pickup and hold out of East Officer Safety Info. Issued by 329 for felony assault with a dangerous weapon for Chancellor Obena Leo Fagerstrom. 528, 33-year-old male, 6'1", 280. Subject pointed a black handgun at a victim during an argument, and officer safety firearm was not recovered. Area that's 116.
We are in the city of Roseville on our right here, St. Paul on our left.
Undernourished male, 528, 88, 6'1", 280, squad 1.
Well, these are getting in your way. You forced me to eat them. Not a lot of traffic.
No, not at all. Which is a good thing. See real live bumper cars going on out here if there was a lot of traffic.
See those tracks in front of us there? As an example, we could follow those tracks if it was a suspect because it's the only car that was out here. Amazes me though that you can melt snow cheaper than you can haul it.
Yeah.
I suppose you got to find a place to put it. Probably got to pay to put it. City of Falcon Heights right here. Patrolled by the Ramsey County Sheriff's Department.
222.
Go ahead.
This is GOA, Big March 212.
Yeah, 119.
So this street right here is the busiest street in Minnesota. Snelling Avenue.
I think it is the busiest street between Chicago and Denver.
Probably right.
But not right now.
No.
advise 213-201.
Copy, 120.
Well, I am definitely anxious to see this happening.
Yeah, I don't. Like I said, maybe they don't start till they probably got to push it to the certain location. You'd think they might have the equipment out there. Maybe not. Maybe they just bring it in.
In code 4, I only got canceled. I guess driver I know. We have to.
Well, looks like something's going on there.
Yeah. Maybe for the first couple snowstorms they just push it. I don't know. Maybe you don't want to take any chances, so you keep melting it. We're gonna take a tour around. What the heck's that for? Fire?
We're 2161.
Domestic. Domestic.
Oh, that's
2161. Carl, 61, that copy the call.
Latest update, he just left. The suspect is gone.
What's he leaving in?
Doesn't say.
Okay. So, if you ever do come to the Twin Cities, this Rosedale shopping mall is a great option for shopping, food. It's one of my favorite places to kind of hang out.
Oh, yeah.
Bats, too.
Great restaurant here, Baltimore.
Great shopping.
Be hard pressed to find a better steak than you can get right there.
It's awesome. Absolutely awesome. Well, let's just see. Maybe they haven't even started the... I mean, you do got to wait for the snow to fall before you start figuring out what to do with it. It's definitely falling, though. All right, so, well, that looks like a construction job there. I don't know, what do you think?
There was a plow moving pretty quick when we were coming.
Well, there's one right here.
I mean, a big plow.
Huh. I'm guessing those bricks over there have something to do with it. What do you think? Oh yeah, there's some equipment over there.
2423 Tango arriving.
We're gonna find out. We're gonna be a little more inquisitive here. See all these piles of snow? See, they push it all over here.
Ah, he's hooking up his plow.
And then push it all over here.
Yeah, it's a big plow.
And then there's the melting must take place next. These are plows. For some reason, I don't know why I believe that they use these to melt it in.
Why don't you stop 1 second and let me do something with that wiper blade on my side?
Oh yeah,
That's
probably good.
starting to spread.
We need more warm air up there too, Pat. Go ahead.
heat, you think?
Yeah, I don't want to heat, a little more window wash.
Oh, there we go. That's better.
There's some machinery there. Anyhow, Iceman Industries, Tom Keller. This is the guy that came up with this ice melt concept. Iceman Industries.
325.
Push it all over there.
325. 602 Mendota, number 1 on a welfare check. Check the welfare of Claudia and Leo in Unit 1. Compton heard Claudia and Leo arguing for hours.
Now that guy just dumped that snow here, didn't he?
Yep.
Unknown drugs. There may be a child on scene.
They must be picking it up.
Split it back with the warrant. Call your laptops.
It's a fascinating industry. Snow removal.
Mm-hmm.
Copy at 126.
Copy. And 213, I'm going to work on a room number.
One of the things about snow removal,
Copy, thank you.
you need to push it back, at least get it back early in the year, because as new snow comes down. I'll put my red lights on so this truck doesn't ram us. What do you think?
Somebody said that bricked area is where the salt is.
Okay. Good to know.
There's squad parked in front of the other.
Look at the pile of
From probably one street to the.
So they're definitely hauling it to one spot, right?
Mm-hmm.
40 Parkway.
So they can melt it. We gotta come. Some night we gotta come and watch, see how they melt.
301, 320 is trying to reach out. 320. Copy 320. .325. They're going to be in the same building. Copy.
The loneliness of the snowplower. Rosedale Mall. I think I could be on the wrong side of the street here. I'm not positive.
2317, you can change it to dispute.
It's hard to see there when there's no lines.
Definitely.
A lot of people out plowing snow. You know, at least it's cozy in here, Pat.
Yes, it is. I'm spending time with my friend.
Well, that's nice of you to say that.
320 Thompson Road. Thank you.
The only thing we're missing is a cheeseburger.
And I think we might be SOL tonight.
Yeah, well, we're gonna head to the barn, but so this obviously wasn't like a massive snowstorm. It's a big one, but not massive.
Can you put me on an admin detail?
We have had 2 to 3 feet of snow at once up here in Minnesota.
And that brings the town to a standstill.
Yeah.
The Halloween one of 91 is probably the.
Did I ever? I can't remember if I told it on the air. My story of going to Denver last year. Have you heard it? Remember that major snowstorm in Denver?
Yeah.
This is a true story. And this is why I'm glad my father raised me to always be optimistic and positive. Because, you know, a lot of people aren't nowadays.
Right.
212.
And he got me in Boy
Good.
Scouts, and
I'll check the area.
Boy Scout was a big part of me, you know. Trustworthy, loyal, helpful, friendly, courteous, kind, obedient, cheerful, thrifty, brave, clean, and
Copy.
reverent.
Checking the area 460. We'll put on a DOC
So-
for a person kicking at the main entrance door, trying to get in.
I don't know if I've told. See if I've told the story. I'm going to tell the story. So my wife, always trying to create memories. God bless her. I love her for it. We're all going to go out to Denver to ski.
Okay.
Keystone. We've never been out there our whole lives.
Well, I can tell you right now, you did not tell this story because I did not know that you skied.
I didn't ski. I used to ski. Well, I'm not a very good skier, put it that way.
Okay, all right.
I can ski. I'll go down a hill once, but it was primarily for my son and his friends to see. They're snowboarders.
Okay.
Snowboarders. He's a hockey player, but he's a snowboarder.
9170.
And you know the mountains.
91.
The mountains are beautiful.
Oh, stunning.
Gorgeous.
We have one in
Put it this
custody
way,
there.
I can ski. I'm fine staying in the chalet. But here's my ski story. This is a true story. One of our backseaters just looked this up. This massive snowstorm that hits Denver last spring. You know, I'm foolishly figuring, Denver can handle any weather that hits. But I take a look at the comments here in another 20 seconds. I want to know when that massive snowstorm is, and that'll tell you when we took our trip. So my wife and I, Bobby, and two of his friends, snowboarders, we're going out to Keystone. We have reservations. First thing is a massive snowstorm hits out there. Well, and when you think about it, if you're going snowboarding, a massive snowstorm is a good thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you're not going to complain about that. First flight postponed. We go to the airport, postponed till tomorrow. Okay? No big deal. So we go back in the morning. That flight's been canceled now.
Oh, jeez.
So we make a reservation on a different airline, and that flight gets pushed back. The bottom line is we don't leave for 24 hours. Okay.
2165.
Not the end of the world. The airport opens up. They're clearing the runways so you can fly from
March 14th.
March 14th. Spring break. Spring break.
We'll get you a plane in a second.
Spring break. We go out there. So we land at the airport. We're 24 hours late as we land. I made a couple reservations for car rentals.
Okay.
So we try to wait for a bus. I mean, the snow is piled up all over. It's 40 degrees now because when it snows out there in March, it dumps the snow, but then the weather gets really nice. But the buses are just to take you to the car rental place are not there. So I finally grab an Uber, that's lurking around, and he takes us to the Avis rental car. Well, Avis rental car has closed down. I mean, literally closed. They can't get their employees to work, etc., etc. So, but he drops us off there, and now we don't have a ride. So the guys are cleaning. So there's like a row car. If you've been to Denver, there's a row of different car rental places.
9170.
So apparently Avis and Alamo have some type of relationship. The bottom line is I get one of the guys plowing snow to give us a ride to another place.
Starting mileage is 15.
Okay? But that place is closed too. Well, that place has a line of 500 people wrapped around a small 20 by 30 foot building.
Oh, jeez.
That's the truth. 500 people, 20 by 30 foot building. So thankfully that guy hasn't found his way out of the lot yet. And I run down, by the way, you're running in 18 inches of water because everything's melting at 4 degrees. So my wife and I, we left the boys at the airport. Okay, we'll bring the rental car back. Okay, so he gives me a ride over to Hertz. All right. Now, thankfully, I had made a couple different reservations just to be safe.
Right.
But I couldn't rent anything big, so I made a reservation for a small compact car at Hertz. So this is a true story. So we get to Hertz, and turns out there's a long line of other people trying to rent cars too. But if you have a reservation, you have a shorter line.
Okay.
So that was a big plus. I had a reservation. You couldn't make any more reservations. So I get to the line. I mean, I'm wet to my knees from walking through water. We've been to 3 different rental car places, and now we've been there for 4 hours. We've been on the ground still. The kids are back at the airport sitting there waiting. So but I'm still upbeat, okay? So I'm upbeat. This is young girl. We get to the counter, and I beg her for a bigger car. So she finds me a Suburban out there.
Oh, okay.
Which is awesome. I mean, the good news is she found me a Suburban. Unfortunately, we couldn't find the keys, but she found me another Suburban, and we actually were able to rent a Suburban after 4 hours. And it's cool. We got 3 kids, snowboards, all this stuff. So we go back to the airport. We pick them up. Of course, teenagers are like, "What the heck?" We pick them up, and we start heading out toward Keystone, which is all well and good. Some of our viewers probably have taken the drive. Turns out there's a semi that tipped over on the west end of the Eisenhower Tunnel.
Oh, jeez.
So we can't proceed down the main highway that gets through. And the pass, Loveland Pass, we can see cars trying to drive up there. That's moving at about 3 miles per hour, and they eventually close the pass too. So you all have to go back to the last town you can find and find a place to sleep there. So keep in mind, we've had these 3 kids at our house for 24 hours trying to get on an airplane. We get on an airplane. Now the poor kids have been at the airport for 4 hours waiting for us to find a car. Now we're driving up there, and the Eisenhower Tunnel is closed, so we have to go back to the last town. Someone will know what it is. They've been there. Everybody's been there. And we sleep in the car.
Oh, my God.
So we take all the snowboards and stuff and put them on the roof of the car. We pull over, and we just crash in the car until daylight, when they got rid of the semi that had crashed there. And the next morning, then we proceed to our hotel. Thankfully, our hotel gave us an extra day on the other end. But 4 canceled flights, 3 car rental places, 3 feet of snow for that snowstorm with a foot of water underneath it, and a blocked Eisenhower Tower in Loveland Pass.
Partridge on a pear tree.
Now there is a memory. That's a memory.
That would have been a good planes, trains, and automobiles
It
episode.
was. Yeah. That's, you know, I never really lost my outlook. But you know when things are so bad that all you can do is laugh at them?
Oh, yeah.
That's where we were.
You have to.
But it's a memory. It's a memory. So there's my memory. March 14th, 2020. Do you know what the moral of the story is? Here's the moral of the story. Go to the west coast of Florida during spring break.
Go paddleboarding in the ocean.
I'll tell you what, if you get stuck in an airport, it's 72 degrees.
Control of the vehicle. Can you start someone my way with an IBIS? There's started with an IBIS. I can start to 65, turning to Bravo.
When you hear a squad ask for an IBIS, they're asking for a machine that can help read the fingerprint remotely and identify the persons. true identity by checking it against known databases.
And if they have a criminal history, their actual photo pops up. If they have warrants, it pops up. Pretty slick little portable machine.
One thing about driving in snow, if you've never driven in it, if you have one tire in a friction environment of snow and one not, the car tries to pull you toward the curb.
Sure does.
Just got to be careful. It doesn't just keep pulling you.
Pedestrian.
Well, I'll have to check and see what's going on here. Oh, grocery run.
Yep.
Grocery run.
Anyone 70.
Plug to the
I'm
gas
arriving at the
station.
city. Ending mileage 1.8. Copy.
$26 degrees.
Doing 83, 51, 830. 87. 1624 Eldridge Avenue for a site. On the stairs between the first and second floor, constant hearing yelling and possible site. Sounds like there's about 3 people in the 8-3 copy.
So we are up here on Lexington Avenue. On the right is the city of Shoreview. On the left is the city of Arden Hills. Both patrolled by the Ramsey County Sheriff's Office. And proud to say that 2 of the safest communities in the state of Minnesota, crime-wise.
Definitely.
I say that these are, second ring suburbs, but still in the metro area. And our deputies done an amazing job of keeping the people safe here and keeping crime out. Lost one of our residents. He just lived right over here, just west of Arden Hills. This is probably not the best idea. Huh? Whoa. On his way to work. Very sad deal. That doctor that was struck at 96 to our west here, a half mile. He lived right over here.
Was it 103 miles an hour?
Oh, Jesus, it's terrible. It's just terrible.
See.
183.
183.
178.
2366.
Any other spots for 205 DOT?
So we're up on Highway 96. Technically also County Road G.
153 Little Canada Road is probably case for disturbance. Caller heard a male yelling at a female outside the building.
That's the thing about heavy snow. It brings out the domestics.
Yes. 436 single copies.
266.
266.
268. 268. 269.
So any updates on the Amazon disaster?
Not that I've seen.
269.
269, thank you. 270.
270.
Google it. That's a terrible thing.
278.
I gotta give that Shoreview Community
Any other squads for EOT?
They do a beautiful job lighting up the trees on both sides of that Shoreview Community Center. Their city manager, Terry Schwarm, just retired. Huge loss.
Check in for any other 0200 EOT spots.
Just an amazing person.
Negative. Probably have a good night, everyone. At 145.
They got a great mayor there, Sandy Martin, too. Does a wonderful job. They're in the city of Shoreview.
One south of south.
Copy at 146.
At this point, still no updates on injuries or fatalities.
Very quiet. So as we cross over Rice Street here, Rice Street, on our right here is still the city of Shoreview, on our left the city of North Oaks, and as we cross over Rice Street we'll head into the city of Vadnais Heights.
Oh, we're getting some heat. Too much heat on this.
Too much heat up there? Well, it's
5180 for running. 147.
Is that the heat warning?
Yep.
87 and 10 traffic.
Well,
Same time.
I don't actually have the ability to put air conditioning on.
Okay, I'm going to be taking this.
I need it over at public storage. You can send me the pending.
Oh, it's hot.
At 183 Little Canada. Copy. We just squad it back. Unit 309 for disorderly. Neighbors trying to hit the
I'm going to wait till this thermometer warning goes away.
Well, we're about ready to sign off anyhow. Here, hold it up there. Hold it up like a selfie. Right here. And hit the reverse the camera before we go. We're going to sign off.
Reverse it?
Yeah. As long as you're holding it.
All right.
You know how to do that? Oh, there you are, Pat.
There we are.
There we are.
All right, folks. We're going to wrap it up for the night.
Hold on a minute. See, we got a red light there. Improves our look. We look better with red. We got a white light. Let me see what's... Oh, there we go. Wait a minute, Pat. There we go. Oh, now you're talking, Pat.
Okay.
That's your best look.
All right, folks. Thanks for
Pat,
being with us.
You don't like being on TV, do you?
Like we always say, I definitely have a face for radio. All right, thanks for being with us.
Remember, next Friday afternoon, next Friday, we're going to have a big toy drive. Try to come down to the sheriff's office. We'll be there. Bring some toys for kids for Christmas. And maybe we might do it Saturday morning if people can, maybe Friday. But thanks for joining us. Sorry to meet you up today.
Hey, that's all right. Thanks, folks. Have a good night. We'll see you next time we go live, and hopefully we'll see you at the toy drive. Good night, all.